I get those goosebumps every time.
I just have to get the big fella off the bench.
Could this be their last chance now? In it comes, Monster to the front! He scored! Harry Monster scored!
I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too numb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the hind to throw that to the side, I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 through the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me outside? Sipping low key and high, yeah. It's my rider. I get those goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those times, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the hype.
Come on. Back again. Come on. Woo. Only half time, lads. Big second half.
It really is. It really is. Like, that's how long it's been. Boys, it'd be rude not for us to talk about obviously a fantastic show with Brian, True Geordie, the man behind Chris, behind us all, the main man. Brilliant show, brilliant chat. Great to have Brian on, and he's messaged the boys since and just said, really enjoyed it. Like, said nice one to us all. So he'll be back, no doubt about it. So great for everyone putting their comments in and joining us. But the big match starts now. Come on, boys. Come on. How you feeling? How you feeling, boys?
Pete, it's just remember when we started all this match day live stuff in the past, and we're battling relegation. Did we ever think we'd be here on a Champions League night, top of our group, the potential to be kind of have 1 foot in the for qualifying if we get a win at home and we're on fire. So it's absolutely a different world from where we were, and coming off a show with True Geordie, it's a different world from where we were 3 years ago.
Definitely, 100%, mate. Chris, what are your thoughts, mate? Like, is this as big a game as what people are making out? We're at home, we're at St. James's Park. Is this crucial to our Champions League campaign, getting a win tonight?
I think so, yeah, and I think it's purely because of the opportunity tonight presents. Because if we win tonight, and we're all hoping that we do, if we win tonight, it puts us in a fantastic position. I mean, if you'd have said to anybody, not just Newcastle fans, but anyone in this group, and even fans of clubs outside of this group, if you said to anybody, after 3 games, Newcastle will top the group with 7 points with these fixtures, you'd have just got laughed at. Yeah. People would have laughed at you and gone, no, I don't think so. So this presents a fantastic opportunity for us tonight, and I think that's why we're all excited and we're all thinking at the halfway point in this group, if we're on 7 points and top of this group, you're looking at it, aren't you, and thinking it's all in our hands. It's all in our hands, and really, realistically, in the final 3 games, all we need is really 1 win to guarantee, I would say, to get through to the next stage. So it's a fantastic opportunity, and we know how exciting it is. St. James's Park under the lights. We know that the fans are going to be getting behind the team tonight, and we know that arguably this is probably the most winnable game that we've got of the 6 matches. So I think that's why everyone's very expectant and very hopeful, because we've got a fantastic opportunity tonight to secure, in my opinion, 1 foot in the next round.
I'm going to take what Chris said there, Pete, and go back to you with the question and think, could that be our downfall, that we are kind of half expecting to win here now tonight? Like when the group was read out first, it was like, oh, we might get draws here, draws there. Well, maybe we'll win our home games, but it's kind of, could it catch us out?
It's a good question, and to be fair, it was one we kind of explored a little bit on away days as well. We didn't talk about it in too much detail, but it is one where you've got to be a little bit kind of like, not worried, but a little bit apprehensive about it, because and I have to be honest, I don't know if you guys listened to Eddie Howe's press conference, but Eddie Howe in his press conference for the Champions League said exactly that. It was like PSG was amazing, the fans were amazing, the performance was amazing, but that was PSG. We've got to create it again. And he was almost kind of saying to the fans, let's go again, because this game is different. Like you've got some Borussia Dortmund fans that are saying, we're going to come at you, we're going to attack you, we're going to try and win the game. You've got some Dortmund fans that are saying, we're going to be a bit reserved, we're going to sit back, we're going to sit deep, and we're going to hit you on the break because we've got the pace to do it. So we don't know what type of team we're going to play against. If they come out and do what PSG did, and PSG did it with confidence, they thought they had the firepower to beat us, and they came out all out attack and we picked them off. If Dortmund do that, I think we win. If they sit back deep and make it difficult, I think we're going to see a different game. And I'm not saying we're not going to win it. I still think we're capable of. We've proved it against Crystal Palace, who came to St. James's Park and did exactly the same. But this is a Borussia Dortmund team that, other than PSG, haven't been beaten this season.
Yeah.
So they are a tough nut to crack within themselves. I'm just hoping that we light it up. And if we light it up like we know we can do, I don't think there's many teams that can live with us. I genuinely think that at St. James's Park we are creating an absolute fortress. So I hope that that's the case. But what I wanted, sorry, go on, Chris.
No, I was just going to say, mate, for any viewers, obviously we were talking about the lineup, weren't we, on the show that we've just done with True Geordie? Just thought I'd plug that again, by the way. But for anyone who's brand new to the show this evening, it might be worth just throwing the lineup just so we can have a little discussion. I mean, as it turns out, Pete, and we mentioned this pre-show, didn't we? This is the lineup that we predicted on away days when we had the Borussia Dortmund fans on. This is the exact lineup that we predicted. So, I mean, Pete, I'll start with you first. Are you happy with this lineup? Is this what I can't really say? Is this what you were expecting? Because I think it was. But yeah, are you happy with it?
Yeah, it's what we've come to expect, lads, isn't it? Like it's Eddie Howe has clearly got a team that he's got ready for the Champions League and a team that he's got ready for the Premier League. And you look at that, and in particular, Alexander Isak has played every Champions League game so far. You've got Miguel Almiron that's played. I think he played against PSG. He didn't play. He came on as a sub against
Milan.
Yeah. But I think he wants him for this Champions League game in particular. But most of these players are kind of part of the course, really. You expect them to start. And it's only been because of injury that Joe Linton's not played. It's only because of injury that, like the likes of Botman haven't played, but Lascelles has come in and done a really good job. And Gordon's going to play every game that he's fit enough to play. So it doesn't really surprise me. I think if the stuff around Sandro Tonali hadn't been about, I think he probably would have started, because he started the other two Champions League games. I think he probably would have. But it's about right, I have to say. And I've just looked at, as the players are coming out, I looked at the war flags work going on.
Class.
It's class. I think they've even got the war flags into the Milburn stand. Yeah, it's all the way into the Milburn stand as the players come out, and it's got you can see the blue star, the Away the lads in the Leazers. You got the big star in the Gallagate. The war flags out. They are class, aren't they, man?
Yeah,
they are class. Like, one of the lads. I was going to say one of the lads in the NUFC trust. He's part of the war flags, and when I hear about some of the work that they put in, some of the hours that they put in, like literally straight after games, everyone else is out off to the pub, and they're out doing stuff like this. And as you can hear the Champions League music, all that work comes to fruition from what the war flags do. They do such a fantastic job. Fair play to them. Massive respect.
Yeah, and I was just going to say the same thing, Pete. Like you could see them, the pictures up of them doing the work there over the weekend. or over the last few days, whatever, right after the next game, and the amount of effort they put in, and even I remember Adam P's video as well on the work they do, and even storing them and getting them ready and taking them out and sorting them. So much goes into it. It's crazy.
It's mad. I don't know if you boys saw that then as it was building up, but the roar from the fans when the champions at the end when they go the champion, and then the reaction of the players do look up for this.
Pumped.
That is for sure.
Just on the lineup there again. Yeah, I suppose coming off the reaction show the other day, I would have alternatives that could have gone with the lineup. Maybe I would have looked when Tonali is available to us now. We could have potentially started him because Joe Linton didn't have the best game. So, well, hopefully he's come on another level again, and he's up for this tonight. He will be up for this tonight. And Murphy as well. He's unfortunate not to be starting this as well, because he was our man across the board. He was our man of the match there the other day. So. But yeah, Miggy is our a runner in there. So yeah, let's see what happens with Miggy. But great to have some amount of options off the bench. Wilson, Tonali, Murphy, and Willock as well. Like if he gets a run out.
Lads, do you think? And Chris, I know you're back to obviously watch the game yourself, but do you think that with Murphy not starting today, that he's bang on to start against Wolves on Saturday?
That's a good question. I would say probably Pete, yeah. Because I think Eddie Howe likes to have that rotation, doesn't he? So for me, I would say Murphy probably would. You'd think he's going to start. We're away to Wolves, aren't we, at the weekend?
Yes, half-5 kickoff.
A little away game as well. So yeah, maybe Murphy would stand up well against Wolves. Just to add in, boys, which I didn't know because I've just seen the lineup then. It looks like Emre Can and Schlotterbeck are both on yellow cards. So if they get a booking tonight, can we assume then that means they'll miss the second leg at Dortmund?
Yeah,
must do.
Right.
Yeah.
So those two. Right. So we need to keep an eye out for yellow cards for Schlotterbeck.
Were there any for us though?
Didn't see that.
I've got a feeling someone.
If anyone in the chat sees it, put it in for us. But we're going to keep an eye on Schlotterbeck and Emre Can. So if either of those get a yellow card, then that'll mean they miss the return leg at Dortmund.
That's a great spot. And for anyone that's watching or listening to us, the game's just kicked off. Dortmund kicked off, playing it across the back. Isak's pressing. The boys are pressing as we started off.
I still haven't kicked off.
What's new, Chris?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's quite fitting, really, isn't it?
An early foul from Dortmund. A foul on Miggy Almiron. To be fair, if it was any other point in the game, it probably would have been a yellow card. It was he maybe got a slight touch on the ball, but he took the man as well. It was definitely a free kick.
How close?
Yeah, that was nasty. That.
Yeah. It was in and around the kind of centre spot.
Centre circle.
Yeah.
Right, boys, I'm going to duck out, but I will be back
half-time.
Promptly at half-time.
Don't be late.
Come on.
See you 2 minutes after half-time, Chris.
Yeah, see you 2 minutes after half-time, exactly. Yeah.
Dortmund are in.
Oh, no.
Save.
Well done, Pope.
Good save from Pope.
With his feet.
Yeah. Don't know how that managed to get through, but Dortmund were in it. I think it was Malin in on goal. Good save at the near post from Nick Pope. And that might have just woken up Newcastle a little bit. Joe Linton's got the ball on the counter attack. Here he goes. Out wide, plays it to Gordon. Gordon into the box. He's turning on his right foot. Save by the Dortmund goalkeeper. It was a great bit of work. Turns it back onto his right, whips it into the far corner. And the Dortmund goalkeeper's full stretch there to pull out the save. It's kind of gone in between him and the centre back.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. was worth a shot. And yeah, Joe Linton gets slid in and gave away a free kick. Then, but
Got a
at
touch
least
on
we
the
can pick.
ball there.
Yeah, he did. He said he did say he got the ball. So at least we can pick him out now. He's got pink hair now, I think. So we can pick him out again.
He's back.
Uh,
He's back. He's back to being able to pick him apart from everybody else. But yeah, it's the weather. It's raining up there. It's slippery. The ball's sliding and zipping around all over the place. It could well be a different type of game because of the way in which Dortmund set up. So, I think Miggy's been gifted the ball on the halfway line. He's running through. He's turned. He's played in, but it might be a little bit too much. Runs out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
There's a lovely little counter attack there. The gift of the ball by Dortmund, and Miggy's off on the halfway line. Just before the halfway line, he goes. He spins the defender that tries to track him. Tries to play in Gordon, who's in acres. If the ball's right, he's in one-on-one with Matt Hummels.
Yeah. He should have judged the weight of that better. Really, I suppose maybe it slipped off the surface as well, but still,
it did. If he plays that into his feet, Daz, Gordon can get a touch on that, and he's one-on-one with Hummels. And pace-wise, that's the key thing that we want. That's exactly what we want. We want Gordon one-on-one with Hummels because he's got the pace to beat him. So that could have been a real opening if the ball was right. So we need to make sure the next time it is. Dortmund played the ball out wide to their left, and it absolutely zipped up off the ground and went out for a throw-in. Newcastle had the ball, but just conceded a throw on the halfway line. Obviously for reasons why we can't have it too loud because so it's not heard on here, but it sounds loud at St. James's Park again. Looks like the fans are really trying to create an atmosphere to get them going, but it does look a lot wetter than when we played PSG. So the ball is properly zipping all over the place. So it's, it could go in favour for both teams in one sense. Dortmund are on the edge of Newcastle's box, holding the ball up out to the edge of the box, but is won back by Miggy Almiron. Wins the ball back, and it's all the way back to Dortmund's goalkeeper. So it's an interesting one early on. I think both teams are really trying to feel them out. Isak's demanding that the midfield are helping him with the press. He's really trying to press high up to begin with. Miggy gets the ball on the halfway line. He's on the counter again, plays in Isak. Isak takes a touch, gets defended, comes to Gordon. Gordon now plays it back to Miggy, who's now out on the left. Plays it into Bruno. Bruno to Byrne. Keeping possession. Bruno out to Jamal Lascelles. Lascelles plays it across into Isak. Out now to Trippier on the right. Trippier drops it in. Miggy on the left-hand side plays in Gordon. Gordon crosses out for a corner, and Gordon gives it the fist pumps.
Come on.
Bang up for this. Right behind him, and it's a corner at the Leazer's end for Newcastle United. So let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, thirsty work, Pete.
It is. Tell me about it. Shane Mawson's in the chat. It's gone 6 a.m. in Australia. Great to have you on, fella. Hope
Nice
you are well. And if you haven't already, check out the True Geordie show. If you haven't already, check it out after you've watched this. It's a cracking show. Trippier in the box. Straight into the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper fists it out. It gets pushed back to Sean Longstaff on the halfway line. Sean Longstaff tries to clear it, but it gets blocked by a Dortmund player, but it still manages to get through. But Dortmund are now on the ball, approaching the halfway line. And yeah, the corner's fizzled out. So Dortmund are trying to play quick. They're trying to play quick little tight bits of football. It didn't work out. It's gone straight back to Pope. And Pope's got the ball playing it out to Shaw. But they are trying to play that quick, tight football to try and get in behind Newcastle as quickly as they possibly can.
Can they lack the keep the pace though, Pete, as well? Like we're used to that playing fast-paced football for the full 90 minutes or 90 minutes plus. Oh, go on.
No, you're absolutely right. Like I think Bruno wins the ball back fairly there. I don't think he does anything. I think Sabitzer just fell to the ground. But they've given Dortmund a free kick just inside their half. And we're off again. Joe Linton chasing down Emre Can. But yeah, it's set up slightly different. Dortmund are looking to play that tight football. They've just tried the long ball there to try and get in and behind. We're going to have to be switched on at all times. We can't afford to switch off, and we have to get the first goal. Newcastle just got a free kick. I think one of their players just kicked out. I think it was Marco Reus. So Reus, the way the team was presented, I think what Chris said when he read out the team that that Reus was on the right and Malin was on the left, but they've switched. So Reus is now on their left, so Trippier's right, and Malin has gone to the other side against Dan Burn. So let's see how that develops.
Yeah, that's what Anton was saying in the way days as well, wasn't he? Hey, that was Anton and Sarah were having those pairings on those flanks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was strange when it was kind of presented to us that it was going to be the other way. Because you'd think they'd look to put Malin against Dan Burn due to the pace. But to be fair, Dan Burn, every single time we question him, don't we, about dealing with someone with a lot of pace, and he always comes through. Joe Linton wins the ball on the halfway line. Longstaff was running with the ball forward, but falls over. Dortmund are on the attack now into the box, into Newcastle's box. Play it back. Another save, another double save from Pope.
Oh, what a Pope! Fucking hell! That was a great double save.
A double save from Nick Pope. Wow.
I thought that was in.
That looked a free kick from Longstaff that when he went down. Yeah. Dortmund went on the break, got into the box. Lascelles goes across. They play it back to the penalty spot. I think it might be Malin has a shot, saved by Pope, comes back, the rebound again, saved by Pope, out for a corner. Two absolute world-class saves. As Fulcrum got the second opportunity that was saved by Pope. We are running, we're walking a tight line here. We need to be careful. We conceded 3 early opportunities in 10 minutes to Dortmund. We can't keep giving those sorts of opportunities away. We're up for it. We want to get them on the counter, but we need to be smart about this. Trippier twice now. Oh, that's a free kick. Oh, he up. Isak's through. Go on. Is it up against Hummels? He's up against Hummels. Gordon's in. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, my God. Caught them on the counter. Isak plays in Gordon on the left. Hits it with his left foot. Saved by the goalkeeper into his chest. If he'd have kept that maybe low into that far right-hand corner, he could have saved it. The goalkeeper did commit himself, but it was a tight angle, so it was difficult. And just as I say, we need to be careful about gifting them too many opportunities. We win the ball, high up the pitch, and bang, we're in. Isak was in, held up the ball really well, played in Gordon, and that pace is frightening. Newcastle's pace is frightening, Daz, honestly, I swear.
Yeah.
Like you're watching it as well, of course. You'll be seeing it. That when we're just running at Dortmund, they just can't seem to handle it.
Is the match on? I've Coronation Street on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, of course I'm watching it. I thought Isak was through there, but they had 2 defenders back, and then he played in Gordon, lovely there. But Gordon then at the keeper, the keeper got lucky. He kind of hit it straight at him. But we're getting the chances. It's kind of opening up. Open for both sides so far. Chances both ends. So. Could at the moment it's looking like it could go either way, as Lascelles should get a free there. Was a push.
No, I think they've got a corner, but is that Carroll is looking for a foul? He said he's something about something
grab his throat. Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh, Isak's down.
Oh no. Yeah, this does not look good. He's not even. It's not. It looks like it's something that's gone here because he's not even rolling or anything like that. He's just, unless he's trying to give a bit of a breather to everyone, but I doubt it.
Is it his groin?
Wilson's warming up on the sideline. So
Yeah.
could we just precaution?
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I think he's he's walking off because he has to. He's got to be off for 30 seconds anyway because he's had treatment on the pitch. But he's walking really gingerly. Dortmund have got a corner, by the way. Marco Reus is about to take the corner.
He wouldn't come off.
It doesn't look good. I know he had a problem with his groin before. Is something gone again? Not quite sure. Ball comes in from the corner. Comes back out to Marco Reus on the edge of the box to Milan. Is it Milan?
Over the bar.
Over the bar, but Milan. It's a good first time take. Fair play to him on the zippy pitch. But yeah, it looks like
Now let's see what happens with Isak now.
Not too far over the bar, to be fair.
No,
it wasn't that far away. It was a decent effort. Callum Wilson's on. Isak's off. That's not good. That is not good.
Yeah, and the knock-on effect then, Wilson playing 2 games a week is not good either.
That's right.
So we've Gordon to slot in there as well, but
we need to look after him, Callum Wilson, because we know what things are like.
He'll have a point to prove, though.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's not good. Isak going off early doors. Dortmund on the attack again. Well won back by Longstaff. Longstaff outright. Wins a throw. Probably about 25 yards out. Hopefully it's not something serious and it's a precaution, but it didn't look like it. I'm going to be honest, as it looked like his groin had gone again. It looked like something had gone in his groin. That is a worry. Groins are such an annoying injury that take time. Dortmund into Newcastle's box again. Cleared by Trippier to Gordon. Gordon, nice little play with Miggy in the middle.
Looks for it again.
Plays it out to Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson's running. Out for a throw. That's a big. I'm thinking about Isak, and I'm thinking about the
Wolves game and the cup game, and
we've had a nice little switch around with the strikers to give them ample time to rest and to be fully fit. Now we're going to be expecting Callum Wilson to play Saturday, Wednesday, effectively. We haven't got another option.
No.
And it doesn't look like an injury that's going to be fit and is going to have Isak fit in a week. It looked like he felt something had gone. That looks like a 2-week job, which is not ideal at all. But Newcastle have the ball on the halfway line with Burn into Shaw. Shaw with a long ball out to Trippier. Lovely ball.
Great ball. Perfect.
Offside,
fuck.
Yeah, it was offside. It was unlucky. It was a lovely ball out to him. Perfect ball.
What was your prediction for this game, Pete?
I think I said 2-1 Dortmund. I mean, not Dortmund, sorry, 2-1 Newcastle. What about?
Yeah,
2-1 Dortmund loss, more like.
yeah, I'm thinking 2-0 Newcastle, but that was before the game, so we'll see how it plays out. True Jordy said 3-1, didn't he?
Yeah. It's Dortmund have looked dangerous. Not gonna lie, they've looked dangerous on the attack. They've got in and behind Trippier 2 or 3 times now. Trippier's looking to get forward, wanting to attack, but they've caught him and found joy in and behind, and that's a worry because of our high press. It's a good win in there from, is it Bruno?
Bruno,
tries
yeah.
to play Wilson.
Oh, unlucky there.
Yeah, it was unlucky, very unlucky. But Dortmund still come out with the ball and they're on the attack, and they've beaten that high press by Wilson, Trippier, and they're in, and another big block by Dan Burn out for another corner.
End to end.
They look dangerous every time they get into the
they
box,
do.
but they're getting in with ease. Trippier's getting caught behind in that right hand side time and time again. Lascelles is going across to cover it, but they're getting joy on our right hand side. They've got in a number of times in that position. It's something that we do need to be worried about. Maybe we tighten it up for 5 or 10 minutes, stop them getting in. I don't know. Ball comes into the box in the corner, cleared by Joe Linton. Gordon's out pressing the ball high. Gordon's out pressing again. Last thing we need is injuries.
Especially with Tonali going to be gone as well, and Bottom back. But Willock as well, though, is another option. It is a striker, but he's
won back by Newcastle. Won back by, I think, Miggy Almiron. Trippier tries to play the ball forward, goes out for a throw. Ball now to Miggy Almiron, who cuts inside into the box, gets tripped. The referee didn't look at it. That looked like he got caught. He got caught. The question is was he in control of the ball at that time? But he got caught. Brilliant defending by Dan Burn. Dan Burn stops Malin getting in, and the ball's out for another Dortmund corner. And as quickly as we're talking about Miggy going down in the area, it's just running it back again, and he gets into the area. He gets tripped.
There is a twitch there. Yeah,
he gets caught there. He gets caught. That's got to be a conversation, surely.
Yeah, it surely went to VAR. You know, they would have looked at it.
He said it wasn't. I think he says it wasn't even looked at. Yeah, it wasn't even looked at. Ball whipped in. Put back in by Merlin again. Cleared out. I think by Shaw.
This could go either way here.
It's all over the place. Ball gets put back in. Pope comes out and collects. Big collect from the goalkeeper. Just as what we needed. Lascelles on the ball, brings it out, plays it back to Pope. God, I didn't think I'd be as nervous as I am. Jesus Christ, man. I'm nervous. And I think I've got to be honest. I think it's because of Dortmund's start to the game. Dortmund's start to the game has been better than I anticipated. They've looked 10 times more dangerous than PSG did. PSG had that early chance with Dembele, but never really had a clear opportunity on goal. Pope's made 3 big saves already. Brilliant work from Almiron in the middle. Plays it out to Trippier. Trippier about 20 yards into the Dortmund's area. Miggy plays with Bruno. Bruno tried the old little 1-2, and
the one where you're used to.
Yeah, the old little 1-2 from last season. Bruno tries it. It works. Miggy's in, but he can't get control. He tries to hit it on the volley first time rather than take a touch, and he gets it all wrong, and it gets caught up into his standing foot and out for a goal kick. Unlucky. but it was
And he's
lovely
laughing
little football there.
when he doesn't connect. He's laughing from then. He hasn't even fallen, and he's laughing as he slides across the turf.
He knows he should have done better with that one. It was, you know, if he takes a touch, there's actually no one that close to him. He takes a touch, he's in. Lovely ball in from Trips into the middle to Joe Linton. Joe Linton out to Gordon. Gordon plays the ball into Joe Linton into the area, out for a corner.
Yeah.
Newcastle corner. Lovely
Big
little
Joe
play
is just
there.
playing better. He's playing better than the weekend. It's the haircut. It's the pink hair.
He looks energized. Yeah, to be fair, he does tend to play better when he dyes his hair.
Yeah.
He does tend to play better. I didn't see this earlier. Kendo said, "Look to dive to me." I don't think he did. You know,
It wasn't looking. There was a bit of a look like that about it, right?
I don't know if you can't deny that he was looking for the contact, but there was contact. Trippier with the ball in to the back post, gets pushed away by the goalkeeper. The defender tries to clear it. I think it's Mecca actually tries to clear it, miskicks it out for a Newcastle throw, and on the ball gets played back to the halfway line. Lascelles to Shaw. Shaw then advances into the Dortmund half, gives it to Trippier, who's now on the left.
Yeah, he's
corner. Now back to Trippier, who's now playing in the middle. He's working his way back to the right. Joe Linton on the left with the ball, plays it into Gordon, who gets pushed, and Newcastle get a free kick 10 yards into Dortmund's half. If you haven't already, guys, click the like, click subscribe, come and join. Come and join the Loaded Mag NUFC family. And look, just whilst we're here, come and show the love. We had a fantastic show here with True Geordie to kick off before the game. Make sure you go and watch that one if you haven't already. After you've watched this, Newcastle press high and force Dortmund to put the ball out for a throw. Ball gets played to Joe Linton. Joe Linton into Bruno. Bruno out to Trippier on the far right. Good ball in. Trippier tries to put it in, but it goes out for a goal kick. I think he just doesn't quite hit it right. It's unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah. Bit of an all action.
Gone.
Yeah. So, yeah, 25 minutes gone. A little bit of an all action. Little bit of an all action. But, yeah. Newcastle are still well within an opportunity to get something. That is for sure.
Dortmund on the attack again.
Definitely. Dortmund are in the box. Got the ball, another block from Newcastle.
Well done, Lascelles.
Time Lascelles. Jesus. They are really, really causing some problems. He was onside.
Yeah,
Marco
he was.
Royce plays it. I think it's Tenmei Chan.
Byrne got well in the way as well. Well done, Byrne.
Yeah, this is a tough game. This is a tough game so far. Commentators have said 26 minutes in, a significantly more difficult game than the PSG one, and it's absolutely right.
They would have learned from the PSG one though, Pete. Like they were like no one was expecting much, or apart from us, probably European teams weren't expecting much from Newcastle, and they got the shock of their lives. So Dortmund are going to be wary then and do their homework on us. And it looks like they've kind of targeted maybe the down our right hand side where Trips goes forward, and they're trying to look to exploit that a bit. But it's been end to end. The way this first 7 minutes has gone, it could be 2-2 at this stage, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You're absolutely right. Could quite easily have been that. Burn with the ball into Wilson. Wilson can't get control of it. And it runs back to the Dortmund goalkeeper. Wilson already looks a little bit isolated in his role.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying.
Longstaff doing his run, doing the running.
Yeah. Pressing out high. Joe Linton wins the ball back, plays it in to Wilson. Wilson into Bruno.
Miggy.
Now Miggy's on the ball into Trippier. Trippier to Bruno. Bruno about 25 yards out. Whips it in wide to Gordon. Gordon on the left now with the ball. Advancing on the edge of the box. Plays in Joe Linton. Joe Linton is there. Plays it to Burn. Burn crosses in. Low cross. Gets cleared by Dortmund out to Shaw. Shaw with a long ball out wide to Trippier. Lovely ball again.
Yeah.
Trippier. Beautiful.
Some pass for a ball.
Into Longstaff. Longstaff holds the ball up. Gets a little shove. Plays it back to Jamal Lascelles. Back into Longstaff. And Shaw has it bang on the halfway line. And advances again. Now out to Gordon on the left. Gordon into Wilson, a lovely ball in. Wilson out to Trippier. Trippier out wide into the box. Out for a corner.
Yeah,
corner ball. So we're moving the ball round nicely. Nicely moving the ball round. Fair play. We're still trying to play the football. Even though Dortmund are causing us a few problems, we're still trying to play the football that's going to potentially get the goal.
Another top up, Pete.
Yeah. Short corner. Out to Miggy. Miggy into Bruno. Bruno plays the ball. Comes off a Dortmund defender out for another corner.
Nice.
As I
take that.
As I just top up the old drink. Thank you, Kendo. Great guest. Chat with True Geordie, by the way. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, anybody in the chat, make sure you check it out. Put your opinions in. What do you think of the game so far? 29 minutes in, as Newcastle about to get another corner. Let us know. Trippier with the ball in. Low ball this time, or lower ball. Comes back out to Gordon. Gordon, the deepest player, plays it out wide to Shaw. Evade Shaw and Royce goes out for a Dortmund throw high up into their Dortmund's box. Dortmund.
Yeah, it's pissing down as well. The rain. St. James's Park, you can see it there when it's zoomed in on Eddie.
Yeah, it's a factor, isn't it? You can tell even on the pitch, like the pitch looks clouded from the main screen. You can tell that how much it's raining right now. Ball's played out far wide to Dortmund, and Malin has got the ball one-on-one with Byrne, plays it back to Wolf. Wolf plays it back to Malin. Malin tries to put it into the box, and it goes out after a block. Not sure if it's a corner or a throw. I think it might be a throw. Yeah. Malin has the ball. Gives it to Wolf, who takes the throw. Yeah. The rain is pouring down, that is for sure.
Richie's at the game tonight. Anyone that's wondering where Richie is as well, Richie's at the game. And Chris will be back on with us at halftime.
Dortmund play the ball out. Yeah, gets played too deep. Trippier sees the ball out. It's a goal kick. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. PSG have taken the lead against AC Milan. They've just gone 1-0 up in that game.
Okay.
So that changes. I don't know. Who do you think?
Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe. Who else? We keep him quiet, but most others don't. That's the reality. A bit of ping ball in the middle of the pitch. Newcastle advance with the ball. Out to Pope. Pope to Shaw. Shaw to Burn. 32 minutes. Gordon has the ball nicked.
Gordon.
Ooh, but it was a free
Has
kick.
to be a free.
Emeka was hounding Gordon out, who had the ball. Didn't really have many options, I have to say. But gets brought down. It did look like a foul to me, but I wasn't sure if the ref was going to play on, but he didn't. Bruno advances with the ball, plays it out wide to Trippier. Trippier plays it out wide to Longstaff, but he rolls out for a goal kick. Just a little bit too long in that. Brett C says chances galore. That Pope double save was exceptional. There'll be mistakes before the end though, and he's right. From both teams, like Dortmund have played very well. They've gone all at it. It makes me think, and I don't know what you think about this, Daz, and anyone else in the chat. It makes me think that Dortmund are going all out for it now. With Newcastle win the ball back high, Joe Linton on the edge of the area. He goes for the side foot. He goes to side footy and he gets it all wrong, and it just goes well wide for a goal kick. You know, at that point where he's right dead center of the goal when he receives it, plays in by Miggy. There is Hummels coming out to him quick, but
yeah, it's awkward.
When you're like 22 yards out and you're like that dead center of the goal, you just got to put your foot through it. You never know.
First time,
especially in these conditions with the weather. Got to put your foot through it. Lovely play from Joe Linton and Bruno.
Nice.
Joe Linton into.
Go on, Wilson.
That's a yellow card for Wolf. Surely free kick. Almiron advances with the ball after a bit of ping pong, head tennis with Joe Linton and Bruno. Almiron advances with the ball about 30 yards out, and then gets brought down by
dead center.
Yeah,
Trips. Remember my prediction. Trips. You never know.
It is potential. I need to see it on the big screen again. It did look potential Trips territory, yeah. But maybe a little bit too far out.
Yeah, too far out.
Maybe 5 yards, 5 or 10 yards.
Sharp, thunder bastard, maybe.
Could
never know.
He's capable, that's for sure, and he is standing alongside Trippier, having a look at this, but yeah, Wolf, Dortmund's right back, has received a yellow card. But yeah, Shaw and Trips both having a look at this. Not sure whether it's going to be a thunder blaster. I'll try and be polite for that. Oh, Trips plays it early. A quick ball into Gordon. Gordon plays it out wide into the box. To the back post, just beyond Jamal Lascelles, and it's picked up by Bruno. Bruno to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff gets the ball nicked off him, but he's still there, and he gets them brought down for a free kick. Quite fortunate, really, to get that free kick. He got hounded out quickly by Dortmund. Dortmund were very quick out to him. Mecca wins the ball. Longstaff gets it back, but then maybe it is a free kick. But I'm not going to complain. Trippier, about 40 yards out, well out on the right hand side, far deep, right onto the touchline. Has got a ball to
maybe hit him
into the box. Sorry. The rest of the players standing just outside the 18-yard box. Dortmund players trying to cheat. Look, he's gone back as well. Look, he's gone back. He's trying to cheat with the ball to get closer in.
No.
Ball gets screwed into the air. One back by Dan Burn. Well done, Dan Burn. Ball gets played back to Pope. Pope to Shaw. Shaw far out on the left. Plays it to Joe Linton. Joe Linton into Bruno in the centre. Plays it out wide. The aim was to Trips, but it
Yeah.
it goes
It
all
didn't
wrong.
work out.
Out,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hands up from Bruno.
He knows it was a poor ball.
Dortmund captain down as it can.
Yeah, and Chan is down. He's holding his knee. Looks like he's struggling. Don't know how bad he's struggling, but he's struggling. They've got the medical staff on dealing with him. Don't know what happened. Just offered him some ice. He said no.
No ice. I won't have ice.
No ice.
Straight brandy. No ice.
It's cold enough up here. If you're not going to have that ice, yeah, I'll drop it into this brandy. I'm running out of ice. I'm not going to lie.
Look at the rain. Fucking hell. It's bad.
Hammering it down. Yeah, it's when you see scenes like that, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I'm quite glad I've got the fire on and watching it from the lounge, but the atmosphere is too good. As Daz said earlier, shout out to Richie. Richie's there tonight. And as well from the Geordies down south boys, Emeka is there, one of my good friends that I grew up with, and mad Newcastle fan like us. He's there with his wife watching the game. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the atmosphere.
He'll have to come on the show. I know we set you up before.
You got no chance. Emeka will not come on. Like I've asked him so many times. He's not. He just won't. He won't. But looks like they're making a sub. Emre Can looks like he could barely struggle. He barely can walk. And Özkan, I think the Turkish international defensive midfielder, Emre Can really looks like he's struggling. He looks like he's done something to his knee. He's literally been hobbled off the pitch and he's gone straight to ground.
It'll be a factor for the next game because we play them next as well.
Yeah, the captain as well, not being, not being available. For Dortmund is potentially quite big. Dortmund have got the ball on the edge again. Malin plays it. It kind of trickles. It was going wide anyway, but Pope gets hold of the ball. Nice, comfortable save, and then plays it early out to Joe Linton, who turns, runs past the halfway line, tries to play in Gordon, I believe, but the Dortmund player comes back. Oh,
he's come back on.
Yeah. He's back on. What is going on? He's literally hobbling. Özkan that was ready to come on, and now out of nowhere, Emre Can is just literally
he's
back onto the pitch.
I tell you, he wants to wait till halftime now. Well, this is risky.
It's good for us.
Yeah,
it's almost like the play with the man down because he can barely move.
It's like he just said, "No, I come back on again." He did a Kepa, the keeper, or like, "I'm not coming off."
Yeah, bless him. Hey, if it means we can nick a goal before half time, I'll take it all day long. Trippier plays in. Amir on the back.
You can't catch him.
Longstaff, plays it deep, gets a flick on. Or it was falling right to Joe Linton, but they get a flick on right in the last seconds. Gordon, edge of the box, advances, plays in. Miguel Almiron now out onto the right-hand side. Gordon now out onto the right-hand side, gets the ball. Bruno into Miggy into Trippier. Trippier into the box. Oh, Joe Linton goes up for it, doesn't quite get there. Ball falls to Burn on the edge of the box. He tries to check it. But it just goes over the bar. Yes, Kendo, I am a poor lad. I look in serious pain because I've not got my ice. You are absolutely right. I've got the brandy, but the ice is just running, as you can see there, a little bit low.
They're making the sub. Making that sub now, Pete. He's coming off.
It's the right thing to do. If you're a smart manager, no matter what, Emre Can is a good player. He's had a good career. He's a good international player for Germany. He did well at Liverpool, but when you've got a player that can't barely move, you cannot keep them.
It nearly cost them there because he should have been on his man there, but no, it nearly cost him. So yeah, no, it's for them. It's the right decision. For us, he could play for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But,
Play for the 90, mate. Come on. But
yeah,
Emre Can off. Özcan is now on. Like for like replacement, both defensive midfielders. Interesting to see how this works out. Ball cleared by Dortmund, out for a throw, probably about 35 yards out for Newcastle, maybe 40. On the far right hand side, Trippier throws to Joe Linton. Back to Trippier. Trippier to Shaw. That's middle of the pitch. Out to Burn. Burn back to Shaw. Now advancing to the Dortmund area. Trying to knock the ball around. Trying to keep the ball ticking over. Trippier is now playing centre back. Received the ball.
He's trying to make his hand up looking for the ball, but it was too risky for Shard to pass that. He took the safer option.
Definitely. Pope goes back to Pope. Pope hits it long. Flick on by Wilson. Nice little flick on there. Out to Joe Linton from Gordon. Bruno's got the ball advancing. Brought down for a free kick about 5 yards into the half. The game plays on. Bruno to Joe Linton. Bruno to Trippier, I believe. Back to Longstaff. Longstaff to Miggy. Miggy crosses it in. Ooh, not a bad cross from Miggy. You don't see that very often. Oh, nice little turn from Burn. They got it cleared out for a throw in. Nice little flick over the head from Burn to try and get in there. Nice little turn, that's for sure. Back to Joe Linton, just inside Dortmund's half, to Bruno, to Miggy, Lascelles, on to Trippier, back to Lascelles, Bruno, Lascelles to Shaw to Burn. Gordon advances in the Dortmund area, but it was a good tackle from Dortmund. Dortmund are on the counter-attack. Advancing into the box. Ball in, and it's a goal. Dortmund score. Dortmund scoring. It's a Mecca on the edge of the box.
Time.
They've done this every single time. Every time they played the ball into the box, they've played it back onto the edge, and there's always been a man there, and there's been not one Newcastle player in and around him. Watching it back, it's a poor goal to concede.
The guy we're linked with as well, of course. Yeah, Sommer. That's a great tackle there.
Yeah, that's not a tackle. They're pointing to the tackle from Gordon. It's a good tackle. They advance on there. There's no one around in Mecca at all. The ball gets played in first time into the far corner. It's poor defensively from the midfield. Nobody's there. Nobody's marking him. It's into the side netting. It's a great finish from Emeka. It's
back to the number 6 position again. No one there.
Not good.
Now I'm starting to wonder, how fit is Joe Willock? I need something different.
Yeah, not good. Not a good moment there. We had opportunities. In the first half, but they had opportunities too. They've had, for an away team to have as many clear-cut chances as they've had, that is the warning sign. That was the warning sign. They had a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities, and we struggled to deal with it. We really have. They're in again. They're in again. Far good. That right-hand side, it's gone out for a corner. Miguel Almiron gets there, blocks it for a corner. I tell you what, that right-hand side has been a problem this game. They've really exploited that right-hand side. They've got in time and time again. and they've really exploited us. Trippier has been caught high up the pitch. Lascelles then has to go over. It leaves gaps in the middle of the area. Shaw is having to basically do two men's job. Midfield are not getting back to cover the attacking players that are making the run forward. Pope, the ball coming from the corner. Pope's punched it out. And the ball's come back in
corner.
Again, and it's been knocked out again by Pope for another Dortmund corner. We need to get to half time.
Yeah, we do.
Dortmund are looking the better team at this moment in time. It has to be said.
Get rid of this now, and comes in.
Yeah, it was played short. It's played short, but Newcastle win the free kick for something. I'm not sure what it is.
Right, Pete. What would you change at halftime? Eddie gets them in. He probably starts with the same for the second half. Initially start with the same, but then on 15 minutes in, what would you change it? I'm thinking Murphy for Miggy, and if there's some way to bring if Willock is fit in any way, he normally don't come back. It takes him a few games to come back, but
yeah, it's a tough one because who do you bring Willock on for? Because the simple one was last season is to take Maxi off, play Joe Linton on the left, and then play Willock in the middle. But it's with Gordon there. Do you take Gordon off? Do you really take him off? It's a difficult one.
No, I don't think you can take Gordon off.
Exactly. Half time. Yeah, half time.
What are they giving out about?
I don't know. I think it's something to do with the counter attack. I think it's something to do with the counter attack.
They should be delighted they're 1-0 up at halftime.
Yeah, not great. Not great at all. Yeah, it's been coming. Half time.
Yeah.
Newcastle are losing 1-0 to Dortmund. Mecca scores a really good goal. I can't lie. It was a really good goal. And yeah, you could argue that it's been coming. It had been coming all throughout the game. It's a shame because we had chances ourselves. Maybe not as clear cut as Dortmund's, but we had chances ourselves, and for whatever reason they didn't materialise. But Daz, what do you make of it all? And Chris is back on now.
Yeah, well, we'll get Chris's thoughts first. Chris, just before halftime, we hit with that sucker punch, but it has been end to end.
Yeah. The first 25-30 minutes, mate, it was proper end to end. It was quite stressful watching it, actually. I think from my point of view, obviously, it's disappointing. To go going behind 1-0. Particularly frustrating. It feels like down the right-hand side, and I don't know if you boys felt this as well. It feels down the right-hand side like it's a little bit disjointed, i.e. Trippier and Lascelles. There's a lot of conversation happening between the two of them. Lascelles doesn't know whether to come, whether to go. And what's worried me the most, having watched this, is that whenever Dortmund pick the ball up, either on the left or the right, they've got time to look up, and they're picking out men in the box, and there's no one on them. And I'm thinking, whose man is it? Is it Joe Linton's? Is it Longstaff's? Is it Bruno's? They've got plenty of time to lift their heads up and just pick a player out, and they've got basically a free shot at goal. And Nick Pope got us out of trouble early on in the first half because he made that fantastic double save. Yeah. You could argue it could be 2-1, couldn't it? Could be 2-1 Dortmund. Anthony Gordon, if only he hit that shot to the far post rather than aiming it at the keeper.
said it live. You're absolutely right, mate. He
Yeah.
kind of hits it straight at him. Whereas if he keeps it low and drills it the opposite end, going across goal, the keeper actually gives him the hold of that side of the goal. Just shoot. He just keeps it low. Brett C's put in here the XG Newcastle's 0.42 to 1.7 of Dortmund's, and yeah, when you look at it like that, it was always going to be a matter of time before Dortmund get the goal. But what are you thinking at half time then? Because Leon's put on here, I'm thinking Willock for Joe Linton at some point. Joe Linton hasn't.
I don't think
that J7 has been his normal self, and I would agree. He started okay, but he wasn't great against Palace, and he just seems to be drifting. He's won the ball a couple of times high up the pitch, but he's not been his all combative self as Joe Linton. What would you do, Chris, with regards to? Would you make any changes at half time, or would you kind of just see how it progresses?
I don't think I'd make any changes at this point. I think I'd go out second half and see how the lads react. I think losing Isak was a big loss. I don't think we look as our pressing game doesn't look as intense. If I'm honest, it's no slant on Callum Wilson whatsoever. We all know how dangerous Callum Wilson is in front of goal, but you do miss that pressing aspect from Alexander Isak. So he was a big loss. And by the way, why did Emre Can come back on the pitch? Like what was the point in that? You could clearly see he couldn't play on. It was weird. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't make any changes for the second half at this point. With changes in mind, obviously maybe 55, 60, 65 minutes, something like that. It might be a time to, I don't know. I'm not sure if Willock's the answer, because Willock is going to be rusty, isn't he? Obviously, he's not had a pre-season. I don't know whether Eddie would throw him into the mix, in such an important game, especially if it's still 1-0 Dortmund. I think you need tried and tested. You need someone who's fully up to speed. Could be an opportunity to bring Murphy on, see if we can try and stretch them. I don't know. That's not to say I've been disappointed with Miggy Almiron. I think Miggy Almiron's been running them ragged at times, but disappointingly, that brilliant ball from Bruno. Absolutely brilliant ball, first time ball, and all Miggy had to do was either take a touch or take it on his right foot, and then instead he tries to take it on his left foot and it goes through his legs. So that was a little bit frustrating, but we've come to expect that now, haven't we? I mean, what would you do? Would you be making changes at half time, or?
No, with me, I might consider making changes at halftime, but I think what Eddie will do is he'll wait till about 60 minutes. I think he'll change, take off Miggy, bring on Murphy. And that might offer a bit more cover for Trippier a bit as well. But then, yeah, it's questionable then where he goes after that. Whether maybe he looked at taking off Joe Linton and bringing on either Tonali or a Willock, but it all depends on how fit Willock is. And as you just said it, and I said it as well, that usually when they come back, they're a bit rusty. So and he's been off for a long time as well. So it'd be a massive game to try and throw him into. Tonali, he's got nothing to lose. He go for it, go straight. He's going to have plenty of time off. So after this, give it everything for 45 minutes, and what a send off that would be if he brought us back into this.
Yeah, no, it's a great shout. Actually, does, yeah, because that's probably going to be the last Champions League football he plays this season, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's probably will be. So no, that's not a bad shout actually. I mean, at this point, Daz, would you look at Tino Livramento, maybe Lewis Hall, or do you think maybe not the right game? I mean, I'd probably be loath to move Kieran Trippier because I think he's been vital. But would you even think about Lascelles? Me and Pete were talking about Lascelles earlier on when you nipped off, and we were saying like there appears to be a little bit of miscommunication between Lascelles and Trippier at the minute.
Oh, so what would you do with Lascelles? Who are you going to bring in? I mean, go to 3 at the back?
I don't know. Because it's right now, it's not working. It's really not working. Because do you know what, Daz? And again, I don't know if you agree with this, but what stood out to me, I haven't watched the game, is Dortmund are picking it up on the left and picking it up on the right, and they're literally looking up and picking a player out in the middle of the box, and that player always seems to be unmarked, just getting a free shot off.
Yeah,
Plenty of time to compose themselves and have a shot at Pope, and thank God Pope made that fantastic double save.
Well, look, going to three at the back it's an option when we get further into this game, because it's like a cup game. We've got nothing to lose. For like you restart again after this game, so each of them are one-offs. So and
you could always take Lewis Hall off for Lascelles, and then slot Dan Burn into centre back with Shah.
Yeah,
could.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, plenty of options for Eddie to think over. But I think to start off with, he won't change it straight away. But I think his first change will probably be Murphy, though, bringing on Murphy for Miggy. And then after that, all bets are off. If we're still if it still doesn't have any impact, he'll make a major change then to switch it up. He'll have something up his sleeve, though. Don't worry, Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm not. To be fair, mate, I'm not too worried at the minute. I think there's still opportunities for us. We can still get back into this game. It's just, I don't know. It's just because we were so confident going into it, isn't it? And now we're going in 1-0 down. It's a bit like, ooh.
This wasn't in the script.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You're right. It's it's True Jersey night. It's 3 points in the Champions League night. And, it's not gone to plan so far. But yeah, that's not to say that an early goal in the second half can't change that. There's no reason why not.
No. But yeah, massive 45 minutes ahead, and Eddie can throw everything at it if it's not working out. So it will be interesting to see how it all unfolds. PSG 1-0 up, I think, in their game, unless the score has changed since.
Yes.
As well. So
Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe got that one.
Celtic are beating Atletico Madrid. That's 2-1.
Fuck off.
Yeah, 2-1.
Simone won't be happy with that.
No, he won't. Leipzig are 1-0 up. I'm not even sure I can pronounce that, against FK Kvene Zvezda.
Copenhagen, is it? You know who? I don't know who they're playing.
No, it's a. I'm not even sure where the team's from, actually. FK Kvene Zvezda. Sounds Polish, but I could be wrong. And Man City is still 0-0 with Young Boys. So yeah. Pete, what would you do second half? What do you think Eddie will do as well?
He'll keep it as it is. I think Dad mentioned Murphy coming on. I think Murphy might come on at some point.
Is it time for Tonali?
It's the one. It was the one we didn't talk about. I think Tonali may well come on. He's the Champions League midfielder that we want to play. Yeah. I do think at some point in the game, maybe if we get to 60 minutes, I think we'll go for it. I think he'll go for it at some point. He'll go right. Let's go for the jugular now. We either go all in and try and get at least a point, or we lose the game. It's as simple as that. Right? He'll go for one or the other. So it'll be interesting to see. We're shooting down now into the Gallagher. I do think that might be a benefit to a second half, particularly if it continues to rain, putting that pressure on, smashing balls at the goalkeeper. We need to put shots on target. We need to put shots in on goal. We're working the ball out wide nicely, but we've not had enough direct shots on goal. We need to test this goalkeeper. We've got Trips, you've got Bruno, you've got Longstaff, you've got Joe Linton, Shaw, all can shoot from distance. Why not do it? Why not test this goalkeeper and put him under mass pressure? We haven't quite done it yet, but as the game rolls on, we're at the point where we'll start to become desperate, and we want to try and get at least a goal to get back in the game. Because I do genuinely think if we get the next goal and we get it relatively early, we'll go on and win it.
Yeah. Question for you now, Pete. Oh, sorry, Daz. We've got to say question.
No,
for you, Pete. Oh no, go on, mate. Go on. Sorry.
Sorry, Chris. I keep cutting over you. I was just going to say that I've got some good news that I've figured out. I made my own tactical switch and I've zoomed up the text, and now I can actually read the text and while the chat's coming in. So that'll be a big bonus for the second half. Sorry, go on, Chris.
Love it.
No, I was gonna ask you both. So if someone came in now and said, you can have a point now, would you take it, or would you roll the dice in the hope of getting 3 points?
I'll ask Janali. Hang on.
I thought it's a tough question. Obviously, we're in a losing position, so I probably would take it. A point is not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, you'd want 3 at home. You really would want 3 at home.
Yeah,
I think three puts us in such a great position to qualify. Puts us on 7 points. Right, we're well in the mix to qualify. Then you're probably needing a max another win from your remaining games to qualify. I think 10 points gets you there.
What about you, Daz?
It's like one of those game shows, and they say, will you take this prize or what are you doing? Gamble. Yeah, I'll take the point. Yeah, I take the point now, Chris. But if we got to win all, I'll have a different story.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because even when you boys were talking about it, then I was thinking, so if we got a point tonight, that put us on 5 points. But then looking at the last 3 fixtures, you've got to go to Dortmund, you've got to go to PSG, and then you invite AC Milan to our place. So it puts a little bit more emphasis on those 2 away games, doesn't it? In the fact that you'd kind of hope that you get at least a point at either Dortmund or PSG. And
that AC Milan game could be very spicy as well. It could be, who knows? It could be in a court case going on as well. You know, who knows?
Boys are about to come out for the second half.
What are we saying, boys? Final score. What are we saying?
I go for 7. I go for what Kendo's here, 7-1. That sounds good to me. I'd enjoy that half. No, I think 1-1 now at this stage.
Well, don't forget, True Georgie said 3-1.
Yeah, he did.
He said 3-1. I'm going to say 2-1 Newcastle. I'll agree with you, Pete. I think 2-1 Newcastle. I think we'll equalise, and then I think we'll push on and try and get the winner. Gotta hope.
Please.
Gotta hope.
Please.
If we get 1 early, we can get 2, says Jay. And Leon says 3-1. So positivity still in the chat.
Come on.
It's still there, boys. Still there. We're at home. Crowds are going to be pushing.
We need them. This is the
sound's gone off as well.
Yeah, it's times like this that we need the fans to really create the atmosphere, to really get behind. PSG have gone 2-0 up.
2-0.
Bloody hell. They didn't take long.
No. Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah. We've kicked off. Ball gets played long.
Right.
No changes for us.
Good luck, boys. I will be back.
Give another 5 minutes, Chris.
Plus 2.
Go on, we'll see you out for the victory parade at the end.
Come on. See you later, fella. Oh, man.
Leon says Dortmund have to go up the hill now. Come on, lads, says Kendo.
Come on. Dortmund, goal kick. 1 in the air by Lascelles, out for a throw-in. Come on. Be a monumental win if we come back and put this back.
Yeah.
I've heard from various people that the Dortmund fans have been in full voice. They've been in full voice all game, even before the game on the march. They are really good fans, to be fair.
There was no instance though this time in here.
Yeah, apparently there was fights. Yeah, there were fights, and there's been some videos going around on social media. It did look like, I could be wrong, that they were kind of orchestrated by some of the German fans. trying to orchestrate some fighting. But yeah, Dortmund play it through. Too easy. 1-2 passes and they're in. But we defend it really well. Trippier defends it well. Out to Burn. Burn travels up the pitch, being tracked by Malin, but then runs it out of play, and it's PSG's goal's been disallowed by VAR.
Ah,
So it's still only
Still-
1-0. Dortmund on the halfway line have a throw in. Referee's just having to have a word with Joe Linton and somebody else. Don't know what that was all about. Ref was properly kicking off there for no reason, in my opinion, anyway. But Dortmund have got the ball, travelling out to the left, whip it back diagonally to the right, Burn with a big header, out for a throw in. 47 minutes gone. I can hear the Dortmund fans a lot more. Dortmund into the box again. Tried to hit the shot, back out to the area. Can't see who's on the ball. They're working the ball on the edge of the area. Dinked it in diagonally. Pope comes out to collect.
safe hands, Pope.
Big throw out to Anthony Gordon, who was running out onto the ball. Hummels comes across and defends. Puts out for a throw. Big throw out to Gordon there. We're certainly looking for the counter-attack second half.
On the drums.
Yeah. Joe Linton advances with the ball. Nice little turn inside. Loses the ball and Dortmund are on the attack again. Dortmund still with the ball. It deflects off Bruno. Yeah, it's just on the ball. It's just not flowing
Clicking
at the moment.
center.
It really isn't. It's really not clicking. We're working hard, but it's just not clicking. Miggy wins or blocks the ball, should I say. Still with possession with Dortmund, who have now given it back to Newcastle. Trippier on the ball on the right. Smashes it high up in the air. Yeah, runs out for a throw in. Dortmund with a throw on the halfway line again. Just seems to be a bit ping pong like.
Yeah.
Just a bit back and forth with everything. Not great. Lascelles gives away a free kick. We just need to be careful of these cheap free kicks given away. They are going to go down for everything. Now, PSG have gone 2 goals up. Popped up again. Randall Kolo Muane with the goal on 53 minutes. Ball gets played long to Gordon, but travels out of play. Got to be careful with these long balls because the ball is zipping up and moving very, very quickly. So either our touch has got to be immaculate or, these long balls may have to be reined in slightly. I know what we're trying to do. We're trying to catch them on the counter. But Bruno wins the ball back. Lovely. Tries to play in Joe Linton. Joe Linton doesn't read it.
He looks like he's out of juice already, Joe Linton.
Yeah, it's weird. Normally, you can back him to be fit and firing like all the way through. It just doesn't look quite at it, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, Carl says we need to get a foothold in the middle of the park. Sloppy mistakes are costing us.
Yeah, and it's like that. Like Bruno did really well to win the ball back. He tries to kind of slip in Joe Linton, and he's already making the run for the next ball, and Joe Linton just doesn't read it, and Dortmund quite easily just win the ball back, which is not really like our midfield when we're on it. We don't really tend to give the ball back, and we've done it again. Gordon's gifted Dortmund the ball back.
Yeah, we're getting picked apart
here. Not great. Royce with an effort about 25 yards out, tails over the bar. Finally, I can hear the Newcastle fans above the Dortmund fans that give a bit of a roar, a bit of a come on kind of roar to the players. We need them singing, we need them chanting, we need them up for it. Don't know whether it's nerves or whatever, but they don't quite seem at it at St. James's. I don't know whether it's the weather. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, just something just doesn't seem right. Lovely ball out from Shaw to
Go on,
make it
Miggy.
out wide.
Bit of magic here now.
He whips it in first time, but he whips it in and it's to the back
No one
post.
there.
There's no one there. There's nothing wrong with the ball. The ball's and it's a cheap free kick. The ball's bouncing up in the air.
We need a change.
Burns standing his ground and the player just falls to ground. They give a free kick.
Yeah.
Malin.
That was soft.
He's got a hand there on his back. Nothing in it really. Nothing really in it. Malin makes the most of it, wins a free kick. Just poor.
Neil Davis says get Tonali on for J7 now.
Yeah, there's an argument for that. There's an argument for that, but yeah, it's not been 53 minutes. Not been great so far in the second half. I would have expected Newcastle to be a little bit more active.
Yeah.
Up very much so up and at them, but they haven't been. Dortmund have tried to control possession. I have to be honest, I don't think Dortmund have been good with their quality. It's almost like their experience. They're using their experience in game.
Murphy and Tonali are there, Pete, on the warming up. I imagine they're going to be the two that'll come in. Probably Murphy for Miggy and Tonali for J7.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. As you mentioned, that was a foul throw, surely. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at that, mate. Definitely. There's a ball played out from Bruno there. It was
Dan Brown.
The ball was right into the area, but there was actually no one running into it.
Ref gets a touch.
Ref gets a touch. We win the ball. Ref stops the game. Goes back to Dortmund. Now Dortmund have possession in that area. No one around them. And then it continues. That was a perfect scenario for Newcastle, for Dortmund, because we were putting pressure on them. Deep into Newcastle's half, Dortmund have a throw. Yeah, just a little bit disjointed at the moment. I'm not going to lie. Mickey flicks it. Nice little flick into Wilson. Wilson's running in on goal.
Go on, Gordon.
Oh, but tries to slip in Gordon.
Didn't get there.
Tries to slip in Gordon. It was never really the ball. It was never really the ball. And by the time he actually plays it, just shoot. He's literally on the edge of the area.
Gordon was too far back. He's fast, but he doesn't know what he was making up that ground.
There was literally 3 men around him blocking off that pass to Gordon. At that point, I'd just pop a shot for me. That's what I'd have done. I'd have just popped a shot and see what happens. But again, Newcastle win the ball back high up. Miggy's on the ball. Miggy turns. He's playing in Trippier. Trippier plays in Longstaff. Longstaff's in. Oh, well defended.
Did nothing there.
Gets back in and defends well. Sure wins the ball back. Wilson's there. Flicks in Gordon. Gordon to Wilson. Oh, what a save! He's got to score, man.
He should have scored that.
You've got to put that away, Wilson. Oh.
Not like him. He normally finishes those.
That's our best chance of the game.
It is.
Now Malin's running at the cells, cutting into the box. It's blocked and back to Poe. That's the best chance of the game. He's got to score. He's got to score.
How did he miss that? Go on again, lads. Come on.
It's a great chance. Really well played. Well played. Great initial pass. Another ball in. Gordon's
Go
in.
on. Go on, Gordon.
Deflected for a corner.
Oh, yeah.
Gordon's trying to get the
Yeah,
play,
go on.
trying to get the fans up for it, trying to get the players up for it.
We're starting to build a bit of momentum, though. That's good.
It's a nice little ball
Positive
in.
sign.
So Shaw wins the ball high up, plays it back. Gordon is in, plays it back to Wilson. Wilson tries to poke it home, and it's saved by the knee of the goalkeeper. He's got to score. He's got to score, man.
He's still kicking himself over.
You see, he's shaking his
back
head.
into
He
it.
knows he should have scored that one.
Get the next one.
But we've got a corner. Gallagher corner, Strawberry corner. Trippier whips the ball in. He's coming in. Oh, is it? Or is it? Just telling 1 or 2 to stop tangling.
Coming up to the 60-minute mark as well now.
Trippier with the ball. Headed out by Dortmund. It's not. Oh, well done by Bern.
Okay,
Wins the ball.
go on.
Trippier to Bruno on the left-hand side. Bruno out to Shaw on the right-hand side. Now Shaw cuts back in onto his left. Plays it to Bruno. Bruno out to Miggy. Miggy plays it to Longstaff, and Longstaff plays it out for a throw-in. Just making sure that works. It's that those little touches, making sure that they work, and that it all comes together.
We're going to give it another few minutes, I think, and then make the changes.
Yeah, they're talking about it. It's just cut to Howe and Tyndall, and they're clearly talking about it. Clearly, they're looking at the situation. Let's have a look at it and see. Dortmund are playing it across the back. Keeper's just played it out. Gordon wins the press, wins the ball, but it goes out for a corner. Throw in, played in. Joelinton tries to get a head on it, just misses. Back into the possession of Dortmund. Dortmund are out on that left. They get away far too easy from Joelinton and Bern.
Well done, Char. Well done.
Makes great tackle. And the first thing he does is turn around to both of Bern and Joelinton and goes, "What is going on? How have they managed to get past you so easily?" Shaw with a great tackle puts it out for a throw. And he's asking the question, and quite rightly so. The way they dangle through both of those two players, it's too easy. Far too easy. They're getting far too much joy out there. Throw comes in, Bern clears, out to Wilson. Wilson's running out on the left. Gets tackled, out for a Newcastle throw. 60 minutes on the mark. Hit the hour mark. We are there at this point in the game. And it's that magic 60 days. What do we do? Do we start to make those changes? Do we bring some fresh players on to influence the game? Bruno tries to play a flick pass, doesn't work, but then battles to win it back.
He would have back.
Whips it out to Gordon. Gordon plays it to Joelinton. Joelinton's on the ball, turns back, plays it into Bern. Bern into Bruno. Bruno now does a little switch play, turn. Joelinton whips it into the box.
Wilson,
it's gone for a corner.
Corner, okay, at least we have the corner.
It's a whipped in ball with pace. Wilson tries to get it on the turn on the left foot as it comes onto the penalty spot and cannons up into the air, but apparently it comes off the defender, and it is a corner to Newcastle. So let's see what we can do from this. Corners haven't been great tonight. The ball comes in. Oh, I don't know what's happened, but the ref's given a free kick to Dortmund.
For fuck's sake.
Apparently a foul on
Burn.
by Burn, apparently. Dortmund are making a change. Someone's coming on. I'm not sure who it is. He's got huge hair.
It's
Come on from Marco Royce.
Chowdhury. Hamza Chowdhury's coming on.
Adeyemi. Good player. Adeyemi. I'm not even recognising because his hair's so big.
Yeah.
Really have short hair. And Murphy.
Oh, here he is. Here's Smiler. Here we go.
Yeah. Murphy's and Tonali. Tonali's coming on too. Isak's in the dugout. See him behind Tonali. He's in the dugout. So nice to see him with the lads. Hopefully it's not too serious. We do need him back and available. Shaw wins the ball high up.
Well intercepted.
One back by Dortmund. Dortmund then flick it back into their defensive area. Pump it long. Lascelles wins to Trippier. Trippier back to Pope. Pope rolls it out to Shaw. And we're on the move again. Lascelles on the ball. Not really many clear options available. Plays it out to Trippier. Trippier now playing it back to Jamal Lascelles, who has to hit it long, but Joe Linton collects the ball. 10 yards into the Dortmund half. Plays it to Bruno. Bruno to Burn. Burn to Gordon. Gordon to Bruno. They're on the move. Bruno with a nice chipped ball into Miggy, but it's just too long. And it goes out for a throw deep into the right-hand corner. Dortmund's left, Newcastle's right. So right into the Milburn Gallagher corner. There's a throw into Dortmund. There's and ahhing about whether the changes are going to be made or not, but the changes are going to be made now. And Joe Linton comes off for Tonali. And Longstaff comes off. Longstaff, it hasn't really been in the game, Longstaff, I've got to be honest. Longstaff comes off for Tonali. So Tonali is on for Longstaff. Murphy is on for Joe Linton. So I'm not sure how that Joe Linton. So I'm not sure what we're going to be doing in terms of a midfield three now. This could be what we talked about in terms of Newcastle potentially going for it, because the midfield three is now changed because Joe Linton's off for Murphy and Longstaff is off for Tonali. Throwing deep in Dortmund's half for Newcastle. Trippier's on the ball, flicks it into Murphy. Murphy tries to flick a cross in, has a double ricochet. Dortmund clear, back out to Shaw. Shaw on the halfway line passes it back to Pope. Pope to Lascelles. Lascelles back to Pope. 65 minutes gone. We need to go for this now. We need a goal soon. We're going to win this game. We need a goal. Tonali chasing the ball, wins the ball. Miggy plays in. Wilson. Oh, Wilson tries to take it the wrong side. And Gordon's jumping up and down. Jumping up and down. He knows it. If it had gone the other side, he was there. Now Adeyemi is on the ball. Out on Trippier's right. Goes down to Dortmund's left. Tries to whip a ball in. It hits Trippier. Looks like it hits him in the chest. Adeyemi is calling for a penalty, but it goes out for a corner. It's a corner to Dortmund. Doesn't look like a penalty. Trippier's down. He's going down to block the ball. It looks like it hits his stomach and then his arm, which really shouldn't be a penalty anyway. Corner comes in, cleared by Burn. Dortmund get the ball about 30 yards out, gets flicked back in. And Burn, ball comes back in. Got got lucky there. The flag does go up for offside, but the linesman took a hell of a long time to make that decision. Yeah, it took a hell of a long time to make that decision after. That's for sure. But yeah, he was offside. He was offside. Burn kind of calls for it and then realizes that they're playing on and gets caught out. It's a great recovery from Tonali because it gets played across goal about 3 yards out. Tonali's there, clears it out. And only when that gets cleared out that the linesman puts the flag up for an offside. Newcastle win a free kick about 10 yards into their own half. Bruno Guimaraes wins it. Trippier's on the ball. But then Bruno just takes it off him. Plays it to Lascelles. Lascelles to Shaw. On the halfway line. And we're off again. Burn with the ball. Shaw out to Lascelles. Lascelles hesitates but finds the pass to Trippier. Trippier into Murphy. Murphy, nice little ball in there to Bruno, but Bruno's hesitated, but wins the ball. Miggy is now middle of the goal. Middle. Gordon plays it back. Oh.
Is he looking for the pen? Oh.
He was looking for the pen for sure. Gordon plays it back. Oh, no.
Oh, what's wrong with Murphy? Just look at it.
There's a problem with Murphy. Murphy's down, holding his shoulder. Oh, for fuck's sake. This does not look good.
Sorry about that, Pete. My battery went as well. The laptop. I went to check on the laptop. I had to get my charger.
Fella. Do not worry, fella. This does not look good at all.
I'm gonna wrap it up. He's coming off, I think. Fuck. Oh yeah, he lands on it. Could be Willock, yes.
I think they've already called for the sub.
Yeah. This is not going according to the script.
Yeah, this is not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's off. Murphy's off. Only just come on. Straight down. Target's coming on. Oh, Willock's on. Willock is on. Okay. Willock is on. Target is coming on.
Dan Burn.
Yeah, Dan Burn's coming off. Target's coming on. We're ringing in the changes now.
More attacking on the flanks.
Willock is now on. I wonder who's going to play on the right-hand side, whether it's going to be Willock, whether they're going to switch Gordon to the right and play Willock or Joe Linton. No, Joe Linton's off, whether they play Willock on the left. Willock's just received the ball. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is that Gordon's with the ball? Bruno's there. Plays it out to Lascelles.
Let's see where Lascelles is as well. We're going for it now as well. We have to.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we do. We've gone back to midfield 3. I think that's what we've done. Oh, lovely balling from Tonali.
Oh, penalty. Ref.
It's a coming together between the Dortmund player. It's a coming together between the Dortmund player and Trippier. I'm not sure if it's a penalty. Of course, we're going to call for it. But Newcastle win a throw about 20 yards into Dortmund's half. Play it back to Lascelles, just inside our own half. Charles on the ball. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was.
Yeah, look, it just
penalty.
Show for Anthony now.
Yeah, that's it. Of course, we are. But I think we've gone back to a midfield 3 now with Willock coming on. Miggy's still on. I forgot Miggy was still on, to be fair. Not that he's played bad, because he hasn't. He's played really well. But I forgot he was the option.
On Tonali.
Tonali played really well. Oh, that looked a free kick, but he's calling for it to be played on. And Dortmund have got the ball out on the right with Marlon. Trippier's back to defend. Willock pressing high, which is good. Good to see. Miggy won by Lascelles in the air. Played to Tonali to Miggy to Trips, all in a very tight space. Played out to Lascelles a long ball out to Matt Target, who advances with the ball at his feet, running long, deep into the Dortmund half, plays it to Anthony Gordon, who plays it back to Joe Willock. Plays it to Gordon in to Willock again, Willock to Bruno. Bruno plays it out to Trippier. Trippier with the ball in. Oh, just too deep. Everybody misses it. Target wins it back and plays it for a corner. Well done, Matty Target. The ball was just so deep. It was too deep. So it was beyond the likes of Wilson. I think there was someone else in the box as well. And then Willock at the back post. It was just a bit too deep for everybody there. But it was a really well-worked piece of play.
We've used 4 subs now, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We are playing a hell of a lot better than we did in the first half. And so the last 5 or 10 minutes, we're playing a hell of a lot better. Ball gets whipped in, goalkeeper collects. So we get excited and then it really comes to nothing. Just bear me 1 second.
Dortmund playing it out from the back. Short pass out to the wing. To the center. Step over from Dortmund as well. And the ball beat the offside trap. Did it? No, it's gone wide anyway. Throw for Newcastle. Tonali back to Lascelles. Lascelles back to Tonali. Center of the park again. Dortmund on the ball. They've got a free kick, I think, there. And as Dortmund look to bring some changes as well, bringing in Haller as well.
Yeah, Sebastian Haller coming on. Very good player.
Yeah, didn't work out at West Ham, but yeah, had his difficulties then in the last when he went to Dortmund. But
yeah, there's many a striker that's not worked out at West Ham over the years. You got Skamaka as well last season.
Yeah, exactly. The only one that works for them is Mikel Antonio.
That's why he's never left. He's the only striker that seems to be able to do the business in that setup. Anthony Gordon advances.
Go on, Gordon. Good ball.
Tries to play in Wilson, but it doesn't quite work. Well won by Trippier.
Is it going to be one of those days? Everything we've tried hasn't worked.
Give me a point right now. Give me a point right now. With the injuries and everything that we've had.
Look.
Hold on. Target. With everything that we've had right now, injuries, conditions, not playing the best, particularly in the first half, giving them a lot of chances. I take a point right now. 75 minutes, 15 minutes to go. Again, 15 minutes to go. We get a goal now. Potentially get something out of this.
Gordon again. Ball in.
Just easily cleared. They've defended well, to be fair. Dortmund.
Yeah, they have.
Cleared everything. Trippier tried to do too much on the ball. Gift it back to Dortmund. Dortmund on the halfway line have the ball. Nah, that's not a free kick. he was going to give that free kick as well. That was never a free kick to Dortmund on the halfway. A bit of a collision or tussle with Adeyemi and Trippier. Never a free kick, but he had his whistle to his mouth.
Yeah.
But the game plays on, and Newcastle have got the ball. Bruno with the ball at his feet. Plays it out wide to Miggy. Miggy takes a wild touch, manages to get it under control, plays it to Trippier. Trippier to Tonali. Tonali got the ball. There we go. Out to Shaw. Shaw out to Target. Target's got the ball in the box. Plays it, but it gets a bit of a deflection, gets whipped out by Marlon about 20 yards out, and I think
3 subs for Dortmund.
Then going to make now their changes on the pitch. So is that Nicolas Serla coming on? I think it might be. Yeah, Nicolas Serla coming on for Marlon. Wow. So they are going. Yeah, they're looking to hold out. That is for sure. Marlon off, who's done well today. Who else is coming off? Fulcrook, yeah. Fulcrook's coming off for Haller. Hasn't really been in the game today, Fulcrook. Well, it wasn't been his best game, I think. Shaw and Lascelles have handled him pretty well. And is the last one Marco Reus? No, it's not Marco Reus. Would have come off.
Mad Dog reminds them about the time to add on.
Yeah. And the Mecca comes off, the goal scorer comes off for Giovanni Reina, who is also a very much a talented player in midfield. So that they've replaced with strength. Bruno miscontrols the ball really. They nick the ball off him. I think it might be Reina. And Bruno brings him down for a free kick about 25 yards out of the Dortmund area, so it's in the Dortmund half, and Bruno gets a yellow card. That's a yellow card. Had he already been booked?
No.
I don't think so. No. We're still pressing high. Trippier wins a free kick about 40 yards out of Newcastle's half.
Still thinking back of that Wilson chance now, Pete.
It's massive, mate. It's massive. It's our one clear-cut chance in the game.
Yeah.
It was a massive, massive chance. It really was. Damn it. Why does it matter? Why did it matter that we took the throw-in 10 yards further back? Why does it have to be further forward? We're the ones taking the throw-in. It shouldn't matter.
To our disadvantage to bring it back.
Yeah. If we want to take it 10 yards back, then that should be up to us. It shouldn't have to be further forward. It doesn't make sense.
Who have we left on the bench? Anderson?
Yeah.
Bring it up here. Should we have it here? The picture here.
Dortmund are in. Lascelles is back to defend, but it's 3-on-3. Dortmund have played it short. Sebastian Haller tries to play it in.
At the free.
Well, Well defended from Bruno. Wins a free kick. Pope takes the free kick. Plays it out, but then Tonali gives the ball back to Dortmund. And Dortmund tries to play Adeyemi in, but Tonali holds him off and it goes out for a goal kick.
Anderson isn't on the bench.
No, someone said no Anderson.
Livramento is the only one you consider bringing on.
Yeah. Not great. How is he not given that?
This is
Ball's played into Wilson. Wilson holds it up really well, but the Dortmund defender has tangled his leg to stop
Around
Wilson
him, yeah.
moving. Can't even move to get the second ball, and he would have got there. It gets easily swept up by like a Dortmund player. They're on the move. They just win a corner off the back of it. Look, he's trapped his leg. He's literally got both his legs.
He's
on him.
looking straight at him.
He's looking straight at it. How is that not a free kick? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And now we're defending the corner. Sabitzer is about to take the corner. Ball gets whipped in. Collected very, very well by Nick Pope.
Well done, Pope.
And Gordon is
Off again.
running through on goal. Gets knocked out for a Newcastle corner. We go straight up the other end and win a corner. Fair play to Gordon.
He's been at that the whole game, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Some injured on
Hasn't
him.
had any clear-cut chances, but should really have an assist on his name because Wilson should have put that chance away.
Punched away by the
Doesn't
keeper.
really come to anything. It's pumped back in. Lascelles headers it back. Lascelles, Lascelles heads it back.
Miggy.
Oh, Almiron puts the ball in. Willock heads the ball. There's a call for handball. Nah, it's not handball. It hits the shoulder. It's not handball.
Off the shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not handball.
We're not getting that.
Nah. And we have a throw and we just mess it up and we just get another throw back to Dortmund in a dangerous place. We could have caused them some problems, but we just bad decisions. Bad decisions. There's a lot of stuff that's been good about our performance tonight, but then there's been a lot of stuff that just certain decision making.
Stephen Kennedy says. Yeah, Stephen says Tripp's corners have been crap. Gary says our passing hasn't been the best, but Dortmund have played well. And
they've dealt with things okay.
Kendo says get on Trips. Get Tino on for Trips.
I would say for pace.
What's happening there now?
Definitely.
Is that a free?
It's a Newcastle free kick, yeah, from probably about 35 yards out on the far left-hand side. So target side. Nice little maneuver by Gordon, and they bring him down. It's going to be Target that whips in the ball this time. He whips the ball in. It's deep. It's the ball. Oh my God!
The crossbar. Fuck.
Oh,
Jesus! How unlucky are we?
Wilson hits the bar.
Wilson. That was unlucky. Great ball in by Target.
It was. Trippier with the corner again. Again, there's nobody there. Target gets the ball whipped in.
Our throw.
PSG are winning 3-0.
Corner, is it?
No way. Just give me a goal kick.
No, fucking there.
Just showing the replay again. Wilson heads
This
it.
ball.
Oh, it's so close. Jesus Christ, man.
Top bins nearly.
Literally, you can't get closer. It's looking like it could be one of those days, guys. 87
Not
minutes.
our night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
87 minutes on the button. Dortmund are in. Ball goes out. It's a corner to Dortmund. DMA playing it out wide.
Will we get one more chance? That is the question.
I hope so.
Oh,
Hope out
quick
to
one.
Joe Willock. He's
Out
on the
to
move.
Willock. Willock run.
Good ball.
Come on, lads. Bruno on the ball. Looking for that to try to pass. No one looking.
Yeah,
no one there for him.
he's looking for that ball, isn't he? He's really looking for that ball, and it's just not. Another free kick given away by Hummels on Gordon. Another free kick deep on the left-hand side.
Okay, how many minutes we're going to get as well? We're coming up on 90.
4 minutes. Fucking hell. It'll be longer than that. That's shite.
Come on, a Tunali special here.
Come on, Trips. Whip it in. Whip it in.
Get
Whip
your head
that
on
ball
this.
in.
Bring Pope up as well.
Goalkeeper flicks it out.
In on the keeper. Tapped
Puts
out.
Puts it out for a throw-in. Trippier rushes across to take it. Oh my God. No options. There are no options. Another push to the ground. Right on the halfway line. Nicholas Serler on Gordon.
3 minutes.
Gordon has played well tonight. He's done well. He's really tried to open it up.
He has no. He's kept running the whole time, and he's our most creative.
Trippier with the ball. Trippier's gonna smash it up into the air. Oh, and it trickles out for a goal kick. It's just
Goal
a wave.
kick.
There's no one behind him. Fabian Schär goes for the ball. He tries to win it, but there has to be somebody behind him to get on the end of it. There has to be. There has to be someone in the end to get on behind him to get on the end of that. If you're going to play a ball like that, there has to be the first ball and the second ball. There has to be that. Standard. Because if neither of them win the ball that contest it, it's just going to roll out. Dortmund, of course, are going to let it roll out for a goal kick. Eats up loads of time. Ball gets played long by Schär. There's a miss kick.
Miss kick. That's a back pass.
Nah.
Miss kick. So
yeah, he never meant it. He never meant it. We're definitely clutching for calling for that, but we're still on the ball. Bruno.
Yeah, I know.
Bruno is in. Target. Plays out to the cells. Bruno to Shaw. Oh, lovely play from Shaw. And Trippier.
Nice
Shaw's
little back heel.
Another corner. Another corner for Newcastle.
Come on, Pope. Come on up. Come on up, Pope.
We could do with maybe a target taking this one, in all honesty. But Pope's gone up.
Get up, Pope. Yeah, go for it. Come on, here we go.
Here
we go. Like the Lazio keeper.
Whether it could be a good thing or not, I don't know. The Pope is up for.
Go for broke here.
Corner. Let's put it in.
Okay, now get back, Pope.
Played it out. Bruno to Tonali. Gordon off the ball again. Oh my God!
Fuck!
You are kidding me.
Another corner. Is it? Oh fucking hell! Was that Tonali?
They're checking something.
Oh, hang on. Why are they checking here? No way across the line. Oh, a tackle on. No. Nothing. Don't see anything there.
No, Almiron. It's over. It's over.
That's it. That's it.
Awful. Awful. You don't shoot from there. Not in that situation.
No luck today, Pete. No, hitting the bar twice. And Wilson's chance as well. Look, fair play to Dortmund. They deserve their victory, but so unlucky on us today. Jolene says, thanks for the great live commentary. Love Newcastle no matter what. We second that, Jolene.
Definitely.
Dortmund fans will go home happy.
Honestly, I don't think Dortmund played well. They had a few chances in the first half. They deserved their goal in the first half. They weren't great in the second half at all. They got what they came for.
Was that killer blow, that right before halftime, that killer blow?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to take that.
Minnesota says, how is it only 4 minutes? 8 subs on, and Murphy injury should be 7 or 8 minutes. Good point. And we were on top of them then as well. And Kendo says, well done, lads, for the match. Watchalong. Still can't believe we're challenging Dortmund. A man of the match, Gordon, for me. I agree with that. I think Gordon was man of the match. And Wilson could have had a hat-trick.
Yeah. That chance he missed was a big miss. Big miss. in the second half. They ultimately Dortmund did enough in the first half. I don't think they did great in the second half at all. Thought it was all Newcastle. I just think they came what they got. They got what they came for. They wanted that first goal. They wanted the early goal. They got it before half time, and basically just sat in and said, "Try and break us down." I think the injuries are worrying.
Yeah.
Isak and Murphy. Murphy with a dislocated shoulder. You're talking 2 months. You're probably talking he ain't going to be back until the new year, which is shocking, really. A big blow. Isak, if it's his groin gone again, you're probably looking at least 2 weeks. So he's going to miss Wolves. He's going to miss Man U. He's going to miss Arsenal. He's probably going to miss the next 3. So then you're asking for Wilson to be the man for the next 3 games because we have no other option. And this is where it becomes really difficult. PSG.
Welcome back, Chris.
3-0 against AC. Top man, Chris. Yep. What you thought?
Just disappointed. I mean, I've been wrestling with myself as to whether Dortmund shut up shop second half, or we kind of stopped them playing, because they did clearly drop off in the second half. But I don't know, Pete. I think I caught you at the very end saying it's as if they got what they wanted, and then they just thought, right. I mean, when they brought on Nicholas Soulé, who somebody in my Northwest Mags chat described it as he looks like someone who swallowed. He looks like someone who swallowed James Milner. He did look really bloated, Nicholas Soulé. Yeah, he did, but he's got to look at James Milner. I thought it was a good. So if you're watching, I enjoyed that. But yeah, disappointing. And you know what? It was one of those. It was one of those moments, wasn't it, for Callum Wilson? There was 3 key things for Callum Wilson in that half for me. So obviously, the chance, which I'm sure you guys saw, you were speaking about, where, when I first seen it, I thought, you've got to score that. You've got to score that. Now, when I watched it back, he didn't really do too much wrong. It was just that Kobel really stood big and made the block. Yes, you would argue he should have scored, but he didn't, he didn't scuff it. It was just that Kobel stood strong and, made the save. Then there was a moment, boys, I don't know if you saw it, and I was screaming at the telly. It was when the ball went through to Wilson, and he has an option on the left and an option on the right, and he kind of decided to go down the middle, and he took the ball off him. And it was just like, that was a real big opportunity. And then obviously the chance towards the end where he hits the crossbar. So it was numerous opportunities there for Wilson, but could have won it at the end, couldn't we? It was close. Could have equalised at the end, should I say? But yeah, it was disappointing. But at the same time, do I think we deserved anything from the game? Based on the first half, probably not. Second half, we were improved, but I still didn't think we quite did enough. Dortmund will be happy with that point, with those 3 points, and they'll go away. They'll go away the happier, obviously. But it's not over, lads. It's not over. It's just disappointing because it's an opportunity missed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the table, PSG are on 6 points, then 4 for ourselves, Dortmund and AC Milan on 2. But we played AC Milan last, and there's a good chance PSG will be through by that stage. So you'd wonder what kind of team they'll field. But we have to play Dortmund before that.
I think we want PSG to do us a favour now. I think we want PSG to win against AC Milan, keep them down in 4th. And hope that we can get Sutton at Dortmund, even if we get a point, it'll still keep us, I believe, in 2nd place. And then obviously we've got to go the Parc des Princes, and then it'll all be on the AC Milan game on the last. And then again, we're hoping that PSG beat Dortmund.
Yeah,
that's how I see it, anyway.
No, I do. We're now expecting, I think, PSG to pick up another 3 points and to solidify themselves at the top of the group. We then go on again We can't afford to lose the Dortmund game. And that becomes a must not lose. A must not lose game. If we do and we lose that game, then it could potentially be that we're in a battle for third place. That's how quickly the league can change.
It is.
As you
Current
boys
set,
mentioned,
the highs and the lows.
but yeah, it can turn around very, very quickly, which is why
But
momentum is key.
At the same time, Pete, look at like PSG after we played them last. Now they're top, they're flying high, they're winning 3-0 on top of the table. So each game day is going to throw up a different scenario. So there's plenty still to play for. We're only halfway in the group. We're the game, so it's not over yet. It's not, and we're battling for that second spot now. It's clear.
It certainly feels that way,
target.
doesn't it? It certainly feels that way. Yeah, just disappointing. I had higher hopes than that for tonight, I must admit. And as again,
the injuries
the injuries. That's the key. The injuries. I think that's what puts a bit of a black mark on it, doesn't it? Where you feel a bit, it's an added extra that we just didn't need. Potentially being without Isak and Murphy is not great.
Yeah,
I suppose we look back, but we're going to be missing Tonali for the next 10 months.
But you're right. This is where we have to kind of think without Tonali now, and we have to kind of, almost put him on the shelf. Unfortunately, because he is now a non-factor in the upcoming fixtures. Great to see Willett back. To see Willett back in the team. I think he'll get better and better as we get on. I can actually see him potentially starting against Man United, maybe coming off the bench again against Wolves at the weekend. I'm disappointed. It's not the end of the world. We could quite easily turn up and have a really good game, because let's face it, Dortmund got the goal that they wanted and sat back and said, break us down, and made it difficult. They're at home. The emphasis is on them. And we've already shown tonight that we can press high, we can nick the ball, and we can catch them on the counter-attack. If we can do that and nick a goal, that changes everything. But we have to score first against Dortmund. However, back to the drawing board. Wolves away is a massive game Saturday evening, 5:30. We have to keep our form in the Premier League up. We have to.
And we can't afford any more injuries.
Yeah. That's the other thing as well. This is why, boys, I'm so adamant that we're going to sign 1 or 2 players in January. I think we're going to sign at least 2. And the reason being is for this. We can't afford for people to keep picking up injuries. Like Isak's, he's been in and out of injuries. Wilson's been in and out of injuries. Now Murphy's injured. We've had Joe Linton injured. We've had Willock injured. You know what I mean? Like we can't afford to keep having lots and lots of players on the treatment table. We need a good selection of squad to choose from. Anderson's wasn't even in the squad tonight, apparently. Daz, you checked it, didn't you? So Anderson wasn't in the squad. So
he wasn't on the bench.
Is that another injury? You look at it, you think, are we struggling here? And maybe we need to, we got Miley that's got glandular fever. We're through it at the moment, but we can't use it as an excuse because we still have players out there that should have done the business. I have to big up. I bigged up Willock. I have to big up Matt Target. I thought he did all right when he come on.
Yeah, he did.
From an attacking point of view, his deliveries I thought he was positive. Got the ball, he tried to push forward, good deliveries into the box, looked comfortable on the ball. Yeah, I thought he did all right.
Jeff agrees. My Taggart, as he calls him.
Yeah. What did you boys think of Gordon?
He was classy. He kept running the whole game, Chris, and Pope was trying to find him with the throwouts to go straight to him to try and start an attack. Yeah, nothing worked out for him, but he put in a good shift. I think I'll probably give him man of the match.
Yeah, it was between him and Pope for me, I think, for man of the match.
Yeah, Pope made 2 great saves in that first half.
Yeah, he did.
The double save.
I'd agree. I'd agree. Yeah, Pope or Gordon. I thought Sharp played well, to be fair.
Yeah.
I thought Sharp was quality.
Sure, yeah. Some great passing there as well.
It was like, the centre backs weren't really tested. They had to cover Trippier. They got in on Trippier's side so many times in the first half, and the centre backs weren't actually put under massive pressure. That Fulkrug and Haller didn't really do anything. I thought we managed them really, really well. Jefferson said man of the match for sure. You could have any one of those 3, but I'd probably give it to Pope because it could have been 3 or 4-0 in the first half. And we wouldn't even be talking about the fact that we only just lost. And that's why, and this goes back to the conversation I said to you, Chris, I kind of changed my mind on goalkeeper situation. When you look at someone like Onana that's good with his feet, but like can't save a ball to save his life. And when you got someone like Pope, who's not great with the ball, he's not the worst, he's not the best, but when he makes saves like that, you think to yourself, can we potentially give that up to have someone that can just kick a ball long? I thought Kobel looked good in goal for Dortmund. Thought he looked good. Made a couple of good saves. He made that.
The ball was hit at him. Yeah, so I was going to say the ball was hit at him a few times as well. Straight at him. Well, yeah, a lot of people saying thanks to the Watchalong. Cheers, everyone, for sticking with us as well. Hit that like button as well, people. Also, there was such a painful end into the match. We gave it 110%, but it wasn't meant to be. Isak injury is a major concern, and I don't fancy Wilson playing 3 matches a week. Coral, fancy a return?
Well, maybe we can ring Feyenoord and see if we can have Minter.
Yeah, not for the Champions League, but why not? Why not get him back for the league? Why not?
Yeah,
he's putting up some trees there. We've only got 46 likes for the Watchalong. Come on, you don't make sense, people. Come and give us a like. Got more than that in the chat.
Chris on the button again.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, Yano wants to be proved right. If only Wilson wasn't championship standard, we would have won that game.
Oh, God.
Let it go, Yano.
He should have scored. He should have scored.
Twice.
It's just showing it again now. He should have scored. He had time. He's tried to toe poke it home, where he could have put a little bit more on it. He was unlucky with the header. It's a great header. It's just landed just on the cross. It's the underside of the crossbar as well, which is even more frustrating. It's the underside of the crossbar. And then you got Gordon hits it well, but takes the deflection, loops up over the goalkeeper. I think if he gets a clean hit on it, it's on target. Look, it's frustrating. I've just tweeted out. I said it's a tough game. Some people are saying, "Oh, yeah, we weren't great from start to finish," and yeah, we might not have been, but we still had loads of chances. We were unlucky.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I was so disappointed, because it wasn't like we were outclassed, or it wasn't like we didn't the effort wasn't there, because it was just that a couple of things just didn't quite fall our way. There was a few moments where if a different decision was made, it could have had a different outcome, and it was just unfortunate. And then obviously, as I say, the injuries, you just because you then do an Eddie Howe and switch your mentality straight to the next game, and then you think, we've got to. I mean, we were talking, weren't we, lads, before the match, saying that do you think Murphy will start against Wolves? That obviously isn't going to happen now. So
Yeah,
No.
he's done. He's done for at least a couple of months. I mean, in comparison, I think Robertson for Liverpool did his shoulder on international duty. He's out for 3 months. You won't see him until the end of Jan, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Yano, get out of it, man. Get out of it. Hugo Ekitike, he's been and gone, mate. Not even Palace want him. Flip it now. If Palace don't want him, we certainly don't. I know he's joking anyway, but
yeah.
But yes, no.
Everton can't afford him either. No.
Well, I'll hit Yano back with a comment.
Well,
You can have that one.
Everton need to get their 12 points deducted pronto. That's what they need. They need their 12 points being taken away quick time. Chris, enjoy.
Can't say that to Chris is on the screen, Pete.
Enjoy. Oh dear, frustrating.
Yeah, you know what? I think Jeff's
we
fair
said
there. Yeah, Jeff's fair there. Dortmund did play a good tactical game. They did.
Spot on, Jeff.
Yeah, definitely. Great to see Jeff in the chat.
It is.
Great to see him. You come in just at the end of the True Geordie show, which if you haven't watched, you need to watch as soon as we finish this live, guys.
That's the best thing about tonight.
Definitely. The True Geordie was on with his boys, talking all things Newcastle Tonali, talking about the preview of the game, talking about boxing. When have we ever talked about boxing on Loading Bag NUFC? But we did tonight. We talked about boxing and all sorts with True Geordie. And he messaged us after the show and said, really enjoyed it. He's going to come back on again soon to talk all things NUFC. And look, you know, great show tonight for us personally as a team to have such a fantastic guest on and wanting to be a part of the channel. But yeah, the game's not gone the way that we wanted. I'm just watching pictures of Dortmund celebrate with their fans and the reaction of their manager at the final whistle. He gave the biggest fist pump in the air. He knows how big that win is. He knows how big that win is for them.
They've done well. They've come to us and done well. We have to do it in front of the yellow wall the next time, though.
Best way to hit back, Daz. In front of the yellow wall. We go and disrupt them the way they disrupted us. And let's face it, boys, if there's anyone that can put a master plan together to frustrate Dortmund in their own patch, it's Newcastle United. So look, it's a disappointing defeat because I think the expectation around it was, you know, we could go and win and really kind of cement ourselves in that situation. We're still in it, but we've got to work a little bit harder now. And look, Arsenal for Life, I think in the chat put something like back to reality, and like he might be saying that and mean it. He might be saying it tongue in cheek, but there's an element of reality to it. I have to say. Because we were living on a cloud after the PSG game, and we had people in our chat in the True Geordie show with Brian, and they were saying 4-0, and someone said 7-1, and these crazy scores, and like it's all like fun and games. It's great to hear those sort of scores being thrown out, but the reality is that this is the Champions League, guys. This is not easy. You don't get gifted wins. You've got to work your absolute socks off and play your maximum to get points in this competition. You know, you look at teams in the past. Real Madrid have gone to teams and lost. You know, I don't know what Man City's score was, but late into the second half, it was still 0-0.
It was 3-1.
They won 3-1 in the end.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was 3-1.
But you know, they've had to go and put a performance in to get a result against them. Yes, so they did. They scored just after half time, and so I mean, like it's one of those that you go to these sorts of places. It is difficult. These games are not easy. This is what the Champions League is. You know, Atletico Madrid, a former finalist, 2-2 with
comment there from Adam.
Cal just said Isak is a recurrence of his groin and not serious. Murphy looked like a disc. So you look, Murphy, you're probably not going to see until after Christmas. So we need to forget about him. He's not going to be there. So who comes in as an option on right wing as an alternative to Miggy?
Livramento. How about Livramento? He needs game time. He did come on in, was it a cup competition? He came on there in that position. So
against Man
why
City,
not?
Etihad, he came on as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
But
do we see Anthony Gordon go to the right, or do you leave him on the left? I'm just thinking if he goes to the right, maybe Joe Linton can go in left wing, or possibly Elliot Anderson. Do we see that? Do you think, or do you think he will not move Anthony Gordon given the form that he's in? Maybe it's not wise to move him.
I wouldn't. It's easy to do, but I wouldn't. We were talking on the as the match was going on. We were saying we're saying to Daz like normally you'd have Joe Willock on the left or Joe Linton, and you just replace you take out Alan St-Maximin and put one of those two on the wing, and then one of the other plays as the left-sided centre midfielder, and you've got that situation sorted. But you can't do that now because Gordon on that left at times is unplayable.
Yeah,
you have to play him there. So I mean, do you shift potentially one of them to the right? Do you shift? Do you shift Willock onto the right hand side? Do you shift Joe Linton to the right hand side? Or is it going to be a case of Miggy? You have to play through this, and you literally run him into the ground. You give him 90 minutes. For me, I think as long as he's fit and playing, he'll play. I think he'll stop playing 90 minutes. Miggy will. What do you think, Dad? Sorry, you were going to say something.
I play him 90 minutes. Yeah, no, I play him 90 minutes, but I would look at rotating him as well. I think we still have options available that we can move him out. So we're not dead and buried squad wise yet. Let's say we still have a bit of wiggle room, but we can't be picking up more injuries, and the games are still coming thick and fast. So there's that danger. Question there from the Irish. Oh, sorry, Chris.
Sorry, Daz. I was just going to say, I think we see a few changes now for Old Trafford, in my opinion. I think Eddie, like for example, I don't think we'll see Miggy play against Man United. I think he will be kept now for the Champions League and the Premier League. I think the right wing position will be interesting at Old Trafford, and I wonder, Daz, whether like you said, maybe we stick a Livramento on the right and give him a run out. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw the likes of Target against Man United, and maybe they give Willock give Willock a start, and I think they will rotate a fair bit now for Old Trafford because it will be a bit of a risk, in my opinion, to kind of keep the same team that we have in the Premier League and the Champions League, given that, we don't know how long Isak's out for. We know Murphy, well, it looks like Murphy's going to be out for the period of time. So I think we'll bring the changes now for that cup game.
Question from Irish Bear. Maybe we'll go around the table. Do you guys think we'll go through? I think we still will go through. We're going to need a big away result to make sure of it.
We cannot lose to Dortmund away. If we lose to Dortmund away, I think we'll struggle. I think if we lose to Dortmund away, I think we will. The fight will be on for third, in my opinion. But I think if we get a point at Dortmund, I think it'd be tough against PSG away. But then it all rides on that AC Milan at home, and I do think we can get a win there. I really do. I think there's still at least 4 more points to play for. So that puts us what? That puts us on 8 points. Yeah. Between 8 and 10, I think is what we're targeting now. 2 wins, Dortmund and AC Milan. We're potentially getting something from PSG because obviously clearly, like tonight against AC Milan, they look on fire. They look back to their best. They've wiped the floor with AC Milan tonight. Was it 3-0? It finished.
Yeah,
finished 3-0. They wiped the
Yeah.
floor with them with pretty much the same team that played against us. And AC Milan had a stronger team out than what they played against us because they had Pulisic in the team that started. They had Reinders in the team as well. So yeah.
Hey boys, just as a well, to answer your question, Daz, I think we can still go through, and I do believe we will still go through. But here's one for you. If we get a point at Dortmund, so that'll put us and Dortmund on 5 points, and then imagine if AC Milan beat PSG at the San Siro. That puts PSG on 6 points. It puts us, Dortmund, and Milan on 5 points. If AC can
Group
beat
of death,
PSG
of course.
at San Siro, tell you what, it's wide open then, isn't it? It's absolutely wide open.
It'd be nice to have a home game then to finish that on. So that would be amazing if it came down to that, Chris.
Yeah. Well, we saw what AC Milan did to us at the San Siro. I think AC Milan won't roll over at the San Siro against PSG. So yeah, it'd be interesting if AC Milan beat PSG and then we got a draw at Dortmund, because then it is literally anyone's.
Flip it out. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
of course, as John says here, the worst comes to the worst. John says if we finish third and end up in the Europa League, will it be in the competition? We might have a chance of winning. We'll if we get that far, we'll consider that then. But let's try and stay in this Champions League for as long as we can.
Hey, imagine a Europa League away days with Lawless. Imagine.
Yes, that's what David says here.
Yeah, look at that.
Would Pete accept the Europa League final against Lawless's West Ham?
Yeah, I would. A chance of winning the trophy.
But just imagine though, Pete. Just imagine if we lost the final against West Ham.
Oh.
Like you'd have to just like emigrate or something. You'd have to just literally leave. You'd just be like, I'm not going. I'm not doing any podcast for about 6 months.
Imagine the whole footballing world.
You'd be at your door.
Lawless getting back-to-back European trophies. Just imagine that.
Oh.
He'd be on every
Just
team
cancel
in the
YouTube.
world. Yeah. Back-to-back European trophies. He'd be on every single team.
He'd be going for the Champions League then.
He'd be going for everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That would be absolute madness.
Yeah.
I think we win.
Don't go there.
I think we win against West Ham in the final. If we got them in the final, I think we pick up the trophy. So hopefully we wouldn't have to ever go through that feeling, and the summer could be a blissful one. Let's say. Yeah.
But no, I agree with that. I think
comment from
go Champions League. I think we've still got a really good chance of going through that. I agree with you.
A comment from John there. Do we look a bit tired times tonight? It's not criticism. I just thought creatively we weren't quite there. John says.
Yeah, I think the conditions helped us not be as productive as we wanted to be. There were hard conditions. Like there was long parts of the game, particularly in the second half, where Dortmund were just trying to hit it up the pitch. They weren't really trying to hit anyone. They were just trying to get it out. But we were trying to play. We were still trying to pass the ball, zip the ball, make the right passes in certain areas. And the ball was just traveling. Like the rainfall, particularly in the second half, looked extremely heavy. And we were trying to work the ball into the box, Ideally, looking back in hindsight, some of the crosses we're putting some high crosses in. You can't do that with Schlotterbeck and Hummels. They just cleared everything. Headers out, bang. Headers out, bang. Every time. Whereas you start keeping the ball low. We had a couple of chances low. The amount of missed kicks that Dortmund players had in that game At times they were kicking the ball, drilling the ball low, making it difficult in low areas. You never know where the ball's going to end up. So in hindsight, that would have been a better option, is keeping the ball whipped in nice and low for defenders and the goalkeeper to deal with. Because all it takes is a little flick or a touch from our player and it's in. But we're talking in hindsight here, like we weren't to know it was going to fall like this. We all expected a win. We all wished to win, but look, it is what it is. I'm already kind of, it sounds weird, but I'm already kind of past it. I'm already kind of, I'm disappointed we didn't win, but I'm already kind of past it. And if I'm honest, I'm already thinking towards Wolves, because we just need to keep that Premier League form up. If we lost tonight, fine. But if we go and win at Wolves, I think people will be okay and thinking positively again, going into a massive game against Man United. Apparently, so we've got Elliot Anderson out for 3 weeks. Elliot Anderson's out for 3 weeks. Apparently, he's got a back injury.
Oh God!
We're missing for a few weeks. Alexander Isak suffered reoccurrence of his groin injury, which is what Chris talked about earlier. And yeah, Eddie Howe's confirmed of, as you've already said, Chris, Murphy's dislocated his shoulder, so we're not seeing him until New Year.
Hey, do you want some positivity? Getting some positivity. The good news is, after us losing tonight and doing this match day live watch along, we don't have to do a reaction show to a loss. So that's one positive for us, lads. So I hate doing those reaction shows when we lose.
Oh, I don't know.
So
No, I know.
Nah.
Yeah.
And Yano's just said Wolves is no gimme. It's not, which is why I'm fully focused on Wolves now. Like Wolves is not a gimme, just like this wasn't a gimme tonight. But the fans thought that because we're at St James's Park, because of what we did against PSG, it was going to be a gimme. It's not. Wolves is not a gimme. Wolves have just gone away from home and beat Bournemouth, a place where a lot of teams struggle to get result from. And they look good. They're in the bottom half of the table, fine, but they're playing some decent stuff. They've still got some decent players. Pedro Neto being one of them. And it's not going to be easy. Man City went and lost there at Molineux this season.
Yeah.
So
we only got a point last season, didn't we, Pete?
Yeah, it took a world class finish from St Maximin, and we were there last season to be able to get something. So it's not an easy game, but we have to be fully focused on that. We have to go and be focused to get the 3 points. We can't sit on our laurels. We can't be down in the dumps about it as a squad of players. We've got to go out there and put the points, get the points out of Molineux. And continue the run. I still believe we can go there and win, even with this current squad of players. I think we've got the team to pick up 3 points, but it's just about being organised, being focused, and being ready to combat them, because I think we can cause problems.
there's a comment here from John Astrid again. He says, this is controversial, this one. It is time for Trips to step back from set pieces. Target whipped a nice one in with a bit of pace, and we were unlucky not to score. But John, you're forgetting all the other times that Trips has put in a brilliant ball for us this season. But yeah, tonight they weren't the greatest, but there's still plenty to come from Trips. Maybe you need to mix it up a bit, all right? Yeah, I agree with that.
I certainly agree as well. There was a point the commentator made. I don't know if you boys would have aired it. You probably didn't, because obviously I knew you were doing the match day live. But he said, "Yo, Trippier's come all the way across the pitch to take this throw in," and I was thinking, it's the last 5 minutes. Just anyone take the throw in. Just get the ball back in live play. And we waited for Trippier to come across the other side of the pitch to take a throw in. And you're thinking, we don't need him to take the throw-ins as well. So certainly in terms of mixing it up, John, I agree certainly with throw-ins. I'll definitely agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. It's we need to curb the dependence on Trippier taking them. Yeah. Like, for example, there are certain times where you want him to take them, whether it's an in-swinger or whatever, but there are times where you need an alternative. Even if you have two players, if you have Trippier and Target standing over the ball left and right, the team that you're attacking against don't know who's going to deliver it. So therefore have to set up neutrally to be able to manage both. And that's where you can get your wins from. But if you know that Trippier's always going to take it, it's easy to set up your team. And that's why I really like the fact that Target put the ball in. It was a great ball in, a bit of an outswinger that Wilson got the head onto. We need to see more of that. Would you consider Target playing against Wolves, or would you even consider playing them against Man United at Old Trafford?
I play them at Man United.
Either.
Yeah.
Be interesting because look, Dan Burn or Target, whoever plays, is going to be up against Pedro Neto on Saturday, and he's a tricky player. He's up there with assists in terms of Trippier this season. Had a really good season. It's almost like he's playing for a move. Now, would you want him to be one of your January signings?
I do like Pedro Neto. I rate him. I think he's a really good player. In fact, when you'll probably remember me talking about this ages ago, when Liverpool signed Diogo Jota, a lot of Liverpool fans were asking why they didn't sign Pedro Neto, because they believed that Pedro Neto was the next guy to leave Wolves, and he looked like the real prospect. But for one reason or another, I don't know whether it was injury or whether something had happened to Neto, and that's why he didn't get the move. But Neto certainly looked like the next best thing, and I know a lot of Wolves fans, and little Dan will probably confirm it. I think they were quite happy that that it was Jota that left rather than Neto, because I think they preferred Neto.
That reminds me, because before we forget as well, because coming up, Pete, is away days for Wolves. So talk us through this.
Yes. So we've gone back to basics really with our guest, because is that a doom in the left hand corner?
Doom.
It is a doom. Keith gets his own logo now.
I was going to say.
You have t-shirts next.
I was just going to say. We've got Talking Wolves coming back on, and Dave, Chris, you might know
Dave.
originally.
Yeah, I remember Dave.
Really good guy, super knowledgeable, got a fantastic channel who have gone from strength to strength. He's coming back on. He's coming back on to talk all things Wolves and Newcastle. Great guy, super knowledgeable, as I said. Little Dan not available, unfortunately. Otherwise, I've probably got them both on. But Dave's going to come back on to talk all things the big game for Saturday. He's back tomorrow. So from 8:00, he'll be on because I think he's got a few bits to do. I've got parents' evening and all the rest of it tomorrow night. All starts again, boys. Bloody parents' evenings and all the rest of it. But, at 8:00, we'll be kicking off, getting into the big game and moving on very swiftly from this defeat tonight and looking ahead. I'm looking forward to it, and it will be a full tune, that's for sure.
Just see the little moon there on the right hand side as well. Tie it in there. But no, that should be good. Get back. Yeah, there's only one way to get over this. Just get back into it again and get the 3 points on the board on Saturday. Think about wrapping it up, lads.
Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat who stayed with us throughout the game. So many of you were putting questions in, comments in, all the rest of it. Kendo as well in particular was throwing in the comments in there, so fair play. And thank you for all of you joining after the game as well.
Of course, the first half I couldn't see them, Pete.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you got there in the second half, so it's all good.
I got that.
But all good. And we'll be back. We'll be back with more tomorrow and going into the weekend. Looking forward to it.
Cool. So shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to the radiatorshed.com. At this stage, you know all the details from Russ and the Radiator Shed, so we won't go into it again. We will mention the next night. But also a shout out to H2O Bathroom Design Co. And again, you know all the details about H2O and where to get them, where to find them, and what they have on offer. So check it out, mention Loaded, and they will sort you out. As Pete said, thanks a million for sticking with us through the night. Make sure you go back and watch our show, half an hour show with True Geordie. Let's kick off as we talked not only about this game but also about Tonali, boxing, as Pete mentioned, a number of different things. Whiskey, we even talked about whiskey. We talked about loads of different things. So I must check that out. I must watch it back myself because it was a good show. But that is it. On to the next one. Only one thing left to say, I guess. How'd you like that? Good night, everyone.
How you like